but I don't know, when I hit record on it, it's like plays cool on FL, but then when I go back to OBS or when I play the file back, it's like,
what? Did you figure it out?
I just gotta lower the input on OBS.
On OBS.
Yeah.
You know what? I had the same problem with OBS when I first was streaming, because first thing I do, I'm like max out the quality, and then it's like, and I did a 3-hour pod with somebody. I'm like, oh,
nothing going on.
But it's coming back. OBS is showing it's running fine on the screen, but it's just like, going live and doing the pod is definitely like a whole nother thing, just because it's like you gotta have a good connection, and then like I've gotten better at it though. It's definitely a process, learning OBS and shit like that, and having the cameras like HDMI through the live switcher that's plugged into here. And then I'm like, damn, I don't even got enough inputs to have my laptop charging while having the soundboard plugged in, while running off the other camera switcher, while running off the HDMIs to the camera. It's just so much, bro.
As if learning how to recording yourself wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough, right? And that was like complicated, like figuring that out. I'm like, okay, I need an interface. Yeah. What else do I need? I need the chords for this. I need the speed. So it's a process.
And you know what? It's really teaching me doing this stuff, like how much I'm able to learn. You know what I mean?
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, like, because you think, like, you look at, like, even just this, or even, like, changing the tires on your car. You never
fire, by the way.
Is it?
Good choice, Green tea with cucumber is crazy.
I'm going to have to at first I just saw the green tea, and I was like, that's cool. And then I saw cucumber on the bottom. I was like, okay, let me get a backup just in case.
Yeah, that's interesting, though. That's fire.
I'm going to have to go get one.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That what you said?
Like, if you had to change the tires on your car the first time, you could do it, YouTube video, but it'd be, it's intimidating.
It'd be a bitch.
Yeah. But, like, you can do that, and sometimes people look at it and they go, oh, shit, I don't know, bro. It looks hard.
Yeah. And even, like, just opening up whatever DAW you're using is kind of, like, intimidating. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you've never been on Logic or Pro Tools or FL or fucking GarageBand, even when I first started messing around with GarageBand, like, it was like, oh, shit, what do I do?
Yeah.
And then I got good at that, then went to Logic. But it is intimidating, and you just have to be willing to watch YouTube.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to, like, I'm sure, it was like that for you when you first started. But wait, hold on. Before we get into it, welcome back to the motherfucking Mcduff Show live on the NoPressure Records network. We live right now. It's Wednesday afternoon. Yeah. You feel me? This is going to come out today, too. As soon as we're done, I'm going to just upload it, edit it, upload it. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But, we got, this is the first episode with the new remodel. You feel me? But, make sure you guys click that link and subscribe. Stay up to date with everything No Pressure. Y'all already know the motherfucking drill. Make sure that notification bell is on so every time we drop, it goes straight to the motherfucking phone. I got the homie in the motherfucking house. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let the people know who you is.
That's good, y'all. How's it going? My name is Yace. Rapper, producer, engineer,
artiste.
Yeah, creative. A funny dude. I live out in Riverside. Been out there pretty much since I turned like 7.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where'd you come from?
I was born in like Anaheim, Tustin area.
Okay.
And I guess we had a house like an apartment out there when I was a baby. And then lived with grandma and grandpa in Ontario for a couple years. Moved to Riverside when I was about 4 or 5, over by the Tyler Mall. Those apartments right next to it.
Yep.
And then from Riverside, we actually moved to Corona back 2006, 2007.
Okay.
Got a house because everyone was getting houses in.
Yeah, no, that was when it was booming.
And then when everyone lost their house, we did too.
Yeah.
So we moved back to Riverside.
I feel like if you've been in the inlet, like, we kind of know those years because it was the same thing for me. Boom. And then we were over here, and then we're back over here. Then we're, it was definitely like that. But that's dope, man. You real ailing it, the IE in the motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? We got the Riv in the house. And, it's funny how we linked up. We were just talking about, like, how did we link? You know what I'm saying? Because, with mutual followers on Instagram, we were going to stumble upon each other eventually, right?
Yeah.
But we linked up at the Rap For Me podcast in LA. You were there.
Shout out Justice.
Yeah, shout out Justice for that. Shout out CJ.
I just recorded with CJ a couple days ago. A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Yep.
I'm actually finishing up some masters for him right now.
Sick.
One of the songs produced by me.
Sick.
Yeah, it's this cool stuff coming.
Fire. know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie CJ, man.
He's the kid.
Yeah. And that was a dope event. How they had the podcast set up and they had all the creatives there.
Yeah.
It was a dope networking event, like in dope pod. But that was like what?
Almost a year and a half.
That was 2022, wasn't it? Or was that?
Bro, everything's 2020 still.
Everything is just COVID. Yeah. from 2020 till now was just 1 year.
Yeah, no, really,
one long year.
Really. Finally, it's over. Honestly, look.
Yeah, now it's back to normal. It seems like pretty much now everyone's back in the movie theaters and they're releasing somewhat decent movies now again. I feel like we've been in a drought.
I don't keep up with movies like that, bro.
Really, man, I'm a movie head. I love movies, bro.
I need to watch more movies. I feel like I'm losing inspiration. You know, I'm missing out.
Movies will do that, and you know what? It's crazy. I love movies. I just don't have time throughout my week. Like even when we're in the studio, I don't like to have movies on. You know, some people play movies. I would rather have some Animal Planet on this TV.
I like that.
Hoarders is on this TV, and then the fucking Academics at Adam 22 on the other TV. So you know what I'm saying? Like I like to have like something with the culture and then something interesting. But movies, like if you fucking put on the fucking Joker or Joaquin Phoenix, there's no way I'm gonna be able to edit or produce while that's on. You know, you get so sucked into it.
I don't fall asleep to movies or TV even because I'm like, even if I've seen it, I'm like.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
What did he do?
It's funny. I fall asleep to YouTube every night.
Okay.
But not podcasts. Sometimes academics or like Joe Budden pod or like Back on Fig episode, I'll put it on just on like 2 just to hear something. And because I can't go to sleep in silence.
Okay.
When I grew up, I always had AirPods in, playing music, going to sleep. So now I felt like it's conditioned me like I can't go to silence. It's like I can't sleep.
Your mind starts going.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll fucking put on Mr. Beast. You know, watch all the Mr. Beast shit, bro. This is
that's
great.
Some good sleeping.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just dream about money. You know what I'm saying? But you know, tell the little people. You kind of already kind of got into it for a second, but you know, let the people know a little bit about you know. You kind of touched on your background, but let the people know how you got into music, got into producing, and you know, like what made you like get into it? What got you into it? You know.
So music's been a big part of my family. My mom was actually when she was pregnant with me. I mean before too, but when she was pregnant, when she was in a like a soul funk Christian band.
Okay, word. Soul funk Christian band sounds fire.
Bro, trumpets, the bass is you know what I mean? Like it's really soulful, really fun, really
That's
bouncy.
sick.
She was a background vocalist for it. It was they were going somewhere, and I asked her like, "How come you guys didn't like?" They had like little deals, you know, little record deals, and I was like, "Mom, why didn't you guys do anything?" She's like, "Well, I had you."
Oh yeah,
baby.
So now you got to.
I know. That's but my whole family musically inclined. My brother, he's one of those people that could just sit down in front of anything and just pick it up, bro. If he's never played the piano before, he'll look like he has.
Yeah.
So.
Just musically inclined.
Yeah. My dad's got a good ear, so like, I attribute like my taste to my dad, and then I attribute my when I say my ear from my mom, I mean more like pitch, you know, because she's a singer.
Okay.
So always wanted to do music, homeschooled, so I didn't really have like a good. You need to take that. You can.
I'm live, motherfucker. yeah. I got you. Well, you trying to get bloods?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not taking my card.
All right. Apple Pay? Apple Pay?
Yeah.
All right, I got you. All right. Shout out to the homie.
That's perfect. No, you straight.
Yeah. So what were you saying?
So mom and dad, good ear.
Yeah, you got the.
I was homeschooled, so I didn't have I didn't have like any you know, there was no band class. I couldn't go and just take classes with someone to learn.
Were you homeschooled the whole time?
All the way, yeah.
Word.
So, sophomore, junior year, I did some independent studies online, and then with that came some on-site classes, but it was still like small. I think it was called River Springs Charter School. So I had a couple on-site classes, but again, it's a small independent study school, so it's still like max like 500 people K through 12.
Oh shit!
Like that's all of it is like.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what high school, like public school, I don't know what that's like.
Bro, well, you didn't really miss much because I fucking hated high school, bro. I fucking hated it. I don't know. Like, I was trying to get my GED my freshman year, and playing sports kept me in and made it tolerable for the rest of my time there. But I hated school, bro. Like, I was, like, once I got, like, before I get to my question, like, once I got a keyboard one Christmas and then got the family laptop one, and then my dad took me to get FL, I'm like, bro, like, and I recorded at the big homie studio, so I'm already dropping songs on MySpace. I'm like, bro, there's no way I can think about school with, like,
Right.
I'm trying to, like, be artistic. I'm trying to just, have fun and do that. But, like, so you being homeschooled and not really getting to, so you never did the prom. You never went to a prom with a girl.
I had one prom, and I asked one girl, and she told me no. Oh, no, sorry, that was for homecoming. Mm-hmm. She told me no, and I was like, all right, that's cool. And then prom came around, and I was like, okay, so So I graduated with 37 seniors. My only prom, senior year, 37 at a private Christian school.
And then that's 37 boys and girls. So
yeah, it's like there's
the
like
ratio
22 girls.
And so it's like, dang, yeah. And so go ahead.
I ended up taking a homegirl.
Okay.
And like that was cool. She no one asked her, no one asked me, so we were able to kind of like do that for each other. So that was cool.
That's dope.
But so I guess my point with being homeschooled is I didn't have anything available to me to teach me music.
Yeah. So how are you listening to music and finding music outside of, like, was it just from moms?
I had some friends growing up. My buddy had you know what a Zune is?
Yeah, I had a Zune.
Yeah,
I had a Zune.
Had a Zune HD.
Yeah.
And back in the day, Microsoft was the only one that had streaming. That was before Spotify too.
Microsoft sure was.
Yeah,
because you could go on. Yeah.
And it didn't have everything.
Yeah.
But my buddy was like, "Here, you can have my Zune, or you can borrow it." Like I had it for like a year, and I gave it back.
Yeah.
But he was like, "You can have my Zune. You can have my account." I do it on. He had a phone at that point.
Oh, okay.
So I was listening to. So before homeschooled, private Christians. I mean, like Christians, sheltered. I was listening to whatever mom and dad would let me listen to. Mm-hmm. That was it. There was no rap.
No rap.
No.
Who would be playing?
Like in the house?
Yeah.
If it wasn't worship music, it wasn't gospel. So like my mom really liked Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
So outside of that, like it would be, my dad would listen to Jane's Addiction. Smashing Pumpkins was a big one for the family.
I've heard it. That's a band, right? I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of that band.
yeah.
I've at least seen it. They talked about it in a movie or something for sure.
So if I talked about the music that I listened to growing up, it would be the same as you. Whereas like I miss the '90s, bro. Like the '90s hip hop R&B. Very few songs do I know. If I go to a kickback, bro, I'm sitting there in the corner like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
So learning, like trying to get into that or even catch up on it was hard.
You had to almost just find it yourself.
I ended up just like starting where I started and like dismissing everything else,
What'd you start with?
Bro, Eminem, duh.
Yeah, for sure.
It was Eminem, it was Lil Wayne, and and Tech Nine.
Oh yeah,
Tech Nine, Hobson. I was
so this is like 07, 08 ish.
Yeah.
Around that time.
2009. Yeah. So I was a big Tech Nine fan for a long time. I mean, like when I started rapping, it was Eminem and Tech Nine really made me want to rap, and I wanted to rap as fast as I could.
Yeah, bars.
Some of the people that wanted to give me.
I
was so influenced by him. I'd watch like interviews, and he would have this. He would say, "Not what I mean."
Not what I mean. Yeah.
And like I was like 13 years old, walking around like, "Not what I mean."
Not what I mean.
And my mom's like, "Why are you talking like that?" I'm like, "Tech Nine."
Who the fuck is Tech Nine?
I was all, "Mom." He goes, "Cha." So I got started like writing. I wanted to be a rapper. Like about 13 years old. I wanted to just rap. Like I just wanted to prove that could be the best rapper of all time. And I didn't make beats, didn't record anything. I literally would just like get YouTube beats or like beats of other songs like Dr. Dre's songs and shit, and would play it on YouTube, and I'd write to it, and that's all I would do. Just any opportunity I had, if I walked up to it, I'd be like, "Hey, you want to hear me rap?" I wasn't recording shit for like 8 years. I wasn't recording shit. I was just writing. And then I was like, okay, I want to start like putting something out. So I paid for a couple studio sessions. It was cheap, bro.
Yeah.
Like, homie in Reno Valley, shout out Bandit. Old Head.
Wait, One Arm Bandit? Bandit?
I think so. Is he the one that he's got like that Michael Jackson collection in his room?
Is that an apartment?
No, he's got a house. But he's out here.
Old Head.
Old Head.
Dark skinned brother.
Yeah, yeah. He lives with his wife. His wife kind of
Was he a dancer?
He used to be a dancer. Yeah, yeah. Daryl Stokes was his homie. You know Daryl Stokes?
One arm bandit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He used to,
I grew up popping and locking.
Yeah.
He taught me everything about popping and locking, bro.
Do you know who Daryl Stokes is?
Yes.
Okay, so Daryl Stokes' wife was one of my teachers at those on-site classes I'd go to senior sophomore year. So I was that weird kid in school. I didn't get attention like I thought I wanted or thought I deserved. So I'd go and like dance in the corner. I hope that someone would see me. It was stupid, but I would like literally put on headphones and I like go play some dubstep and like. And she saw me doing that, and she was like, "You should talk to my husband if you want to start dancing." So I started talking to Daryl, and then I actually ran into Bandit at the Riverside Plaza. I was working at Cold Stone. I was walking around, and I was writing on my phone, and he saw me just looking down, bobbing my head, writing something. And he was like, "Hey, bro, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I want to be a rapper. You want to hear what I wrote? Because you asked." And he was like, "Yeah, spit it for me."
I gotta spit it for you.
So whatever it was, I spit it for him. It was a couple like 16 bars or something. I was like, "It's not finished, whatever. I'm still working on it." And yeah, he was like, he gave me his card, and he said, $50. I'll record a song, mix and master it for you. $50 flat rate. I don't care how long it takes. You come in, you finish it up, you do it. So I did a funk volume contest that they had, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is like 2015-ish,
Bro,
2016.
this is fucking blowing my mind, bro.
So I recorded with Bandit once, and I'm bad with my money. I'm really bad with my money because of these. And so I did that first $50, and then for the rest of my life, I was like, man, $50 is hard to come by. It's
Yeah, bro, it is. When you're young,
I always had it. I just never spent it on the right things,
especially when you're buying weed, with the homies, like you gotta
gas money,
that. Yeah. But before you keep going, like I think it's such a small world. Bandit passed.
Did he?
He passed a few months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just I checked in on him about 9 months ago.
I believe he passed like 3-4 months ago. My boy right here. I grew up dancing. That's my boy Adam. You feel me? We grew up like when I was 9. My parents, so I was always just a kid in the sports.
Yeah.
Average black kid playing basketball, try to play football, baseball.
Yeah.
And my sister used to go to dance class, and I would have to sit there and wait for her. So I'm like, while she's doing her ballet class, and I go upstairs, and I see Bandit. He's burning incense. You know what I'm saying? And then he's boom. And he's getting off in the mirror, and the whole class is following him. He's tutting his shit and going crazy. He's doing his knee glide shit. Like, bro, Bandit was the truth. And, like, I started dancing because I seen Bandit teaching.
That's wild.
And he even he brought me, Adam, and the homegirl Talia. We went to How the West Was Won in L.A., and it was like all the poppers like in the world, Salah, like it was everybody, and Bandit brought us out. We were like the little homies, and we went out battling. We battled the Boogaloo Kids. We were more like I don't want to say like newer popping. We weren't doing so much of the Boogaloo shit. Right, we were doing the
your shit wasn't too like a
it's a different steez, and, because Bandit he would do that, but he had such a fluent He was crazy. So the fact, and it's crazy because we end up.
You meet Stretch?
I'm not sure.
I never got to meet Stretch, but homie was like 6'4", freaking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, when you're tall and like me, like when you're tall and
and lanky, the waves look crazy, bro. So it's like the fact that you're saying this, like, bro, is so crazy. Such a small world. But I remember he invited me. It was me, Adam, and my big homie CT. We went to his apartment at the time. This was probably a few years before where you linked up with him. Maybe even like longer than that. This could have been like 2010, like 2009 shit. And, he had a studio. He had an MPC, badass studio, all the Michael Jackson and the Snoop Dogg and Tupac pictures and shit he had in there. And he was telling us all the stories. And I never recorded with him. The homie laid something down with him, but I never got a chance. I wasn't booking studio time. I'm just recording with the big homie. So
he was the first person to tell me, like, I remember I spit something. And again, like at the time I'm listening to Hobson and Tech 9. So it's super choppy and it's like, as ridiculous as I could make it. I think I talked about like having sex with a dog, bro. Like
Yeah.
like you know.
Yeah.
And I remember I spit like just my first verse, and I was like, "How is that?" And he turned. My brother was with me. He turned around to my brother and he said, "This kid's good." And that was the first person outside of like friends and family to tell me like that I kind of knew what I was doing. So yeah, R.I.P. to Bandit, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna send you the homie posted it. I was like, bro, and then I believe I seen something about it on Facebook because his name was David, right?
Mm-hmm.
David,
Yep.
Yeah, David, yeah,
David
I believe he,
Smythe.
yeah, I believe it, yeah,
Fuck,
he passed.
dude, that's
Man, that
crazy.
sucks, bro. But you're the first person to ever say that, bring somebody like that up, because Bandit was like, bro, it's a legend.
Yeah.
He was in the breaking movies back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, bro, One Arm Bandit. If you're a dancer, Pop in the Locker, you know
He was.
the One Arm Bandit.
Yeah.
And he liked this to go by Bandit.
Yeah.
He liked this to go by, but man, his original like dance name back in the day, One Arm Bandit. That's crazy. That's
I might
crazy.
still have his card floating around in a box.
Yeah, bro, you gotta keep that.
I know.
Yeah.
Man, and he was a
Man.
good dude, bro.
Good guy, man.
So I mean, like you have, imagine you're, however old he was. Let's call it 46. 46 years old head. You got this little white kid that you met at the Riverside Plaza telling you he wants to rap, and he comes in talking about like basically, Kaniva.
No.
He was on what's that group that Eminem had?
D12.
Yeah. So he was on D12.
Okay.
They had that one song, Under the Influence.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it says something like, "Fuck anything when fuck anything when I'm snorting. I'm about to give my pit bull an abortion," or some shit like that, right? So I was writing shit like that.
Yeah.
This weird little white kid met him at the plaza. He tells you he wants to rap. You give him his card. He pulls up with his brother. We got him so fucking high, bro. He was like, because he's smoking like homie weed.
Yeah.
And at the time I had my rec card. So
yeah.
I was pulling up with clinic weed, and he was like, bro, at a certain point, I think like halfway through it, he was like clicking, trying to EQ some shit, and he's like, you know what, bro, we got to take a break.
Yeah. That is too fucking funny, man. That is fucking crazy, bro. That's man, I can't even get over that right now, bro. That's sick. So now hold on, let me do a camera check real quick.
Do it.
When the homie's not here, I gotta make sure we won't be solid. 7 dead cats, bro. Or it was 37 cats and like 8 of them were alive. But all their litters were all dead. But bro, like under the kitchen sink, in the bathtub floating in moldy water. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, these people? And then they come in, and then their family's like, they need help. And I'm like, bro, you should have been got your family help. This is beyond that. You guys have failed your family member. If their house ever got like that, like
Got kittens floating in muddy water.
water inside but then it's like 10 years worth of shit piles everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lady that she would collect her shit, bro. She put it in a bucket.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
She would put it in a bucket because she, I think she just didn't want to get rid of it.
Yeah, no, it's a real life impulsive type of
Yeah.
disorder. These people need help.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, look at how homeboy living. He just in there every day, bro.
Bro, and they got paths. They got pathways. They're like
Pathways that they take. There's one pathway to every. But then it's like, bro, I could imagine just taking a shower. Like, you guys don't bathe?
No, they don't.
They don't. They can't.
No.
They can't. And if your house is like that, you're not bathing. Like,
Bro, I don't even like being in like a homie's shower. You know what I
bro,
mean?
I'm weird about that.
I don't like
like
it.
only if I'm like visiting, like
Yeah.
out of town.
I have to.
Yeah, like, but if I can go home, I'll just wait to go home.
Bro, honestly, like I plan it out. Like even if my homies are clean, I'll plan it out and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna bring clothes just in case I want to shower. But if I can get away with it, bro, if I'm not stinking, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna put a hat on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm good, like,
Yeah.
cause it's just like. This is like your personal like space,
Yeah.
and then I get creeped out if there's like your hair on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my
Bro,
god.
I was living in Pomona
Mm-hmm.
with a girlfriend and a couple of roommates. One
Mm-hmm.
of them, Luke, he's part of Don Lux. He's the lead singer.
Oh word.
Great band out here in the IE. They're on.
Shout out to them, man.
Yeah, bro. They're doing good shit, bro. They do really good shit. Good numbers. I mean, like,
That's dope.
their monthly listeners are in the tens of thousands.
Oh, yeah, they're already on.
They're getting it. So I've had the pleasure of knowing them. But I was living with them at the time. We were sharing a shower, And I remember I was like, okay, babe, I was living with my girlfriend. I'm like, we got to plan this. So you shower first, then I'm going to shower, and then they can shower. So
Yeah.
I'm not showering after these two dudes.
Yeah, you know, it's just like people have, you know, people shave in the shower. It's just like your
Bro,
pubes
some
are in
people
the
don't take care
shower.
of their toes.
Yeah, nah, then
Like-
you got, yeah, no, it's like, you know, damn near, if you're going to share it with a couple of homies, like, I'm damn near going to wear shower shoes and that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Just athlete's foot. It's just, you know, it's different when it's like your sibling. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Way different.
Yeah. I'll jump in after my sibling, no problem. I don't even feel weird. You know?
It's not.
But
with other people, no matter how close we are, I'm just gonna.
Even if it's my house, I'll be a dick and I'll be like, I want to shower first, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You can shower after.
Like, yeah, let me go first. Let me break this bitch in first.
I promise you, I'm cleaner than you are.
Yeah. You know, and then it's like it doesn't bother me with my girl at all. She's fucking clean as shit. You know, even if there is a hair on the wall, it's like my girl's hair. Like,
Yeah, I'll eat that shit.
yeah. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so you start
Linking up with Bandit, and then couple, $100 down the drain, and I'm like, you know what, bro? I don't want to pay anyone to do this. I also don't want to pay for beats.
too much.
And I have like I know a lot of people have this, but I don't know where I got it because it shouldn't be inside of me. But I have like this kind of arrogance, like I'm not gonna use a YouTube beat, which is kind of gone now. YouTube beats are much better now.
Yeah,
But at the time,
still, then that's a good mentality to have.
Yeah.
You wanna
I have
not rely on that. Not be your main source.
Also, I hate when I show someone a song, they're like, I like the beat, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure I make the beat at least. If you don't like the song but you like the beat, I'm gonna be able to tell you I made the beat too.
Yeah.
So I cracked
That's
FL
dope.
Studio on a family computer and just started learning.
starts.
Bro. Yep. And I started messing around with beats for about like 6-7 months. Christmas came around, asked my parents for a Yeti.
Yep.
Yep. Got the Yeti USB, plugged it in, and then I just started learning, bro, for like 2 or 3 years. So I'm probably like 18, 19 at this point.
Okay.
And for like 2 or 3 years, bro, I was just that kid that said that I rapped, and I had nothing to show for it. Not a single song was out. Everything I did, I was proud of it for about 5 seconds, hated it the next, So I just never put anything out. I always wanted it to be perfect. And then got to a point where I realized it's never going to be perfect.
Never.
But thankfully, I'd gotten good enough.
To feel comfortable with releasing something.
Yeah.
And I think that's a thing. I feel like, because I was the same way. Once you get, it's like this fear of like, what are people gonna think? Like, now I'm putting myself out as a rapper. You feel me? And it's different for you. You're white. So like the pressure on being good is a lot higher than it is for me. Like
I can't get away with being mediocre.
Nah,
not at all.
I could. I could.
Thankfully, you're not.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And just to say, because there's, just. The rap starter kit. You know what I'm saying? You could make it look good. A lot of people nowadays, more people make it look good than they are artists.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you got artists that are very talented and necessarily don't have that to get out there and make content, to get out there and be on the story and to do that. Some people just talented, just want to create. So it definitely is like one of those things where it's like you gotta allow yourself to grow. And now it's like, fuck it, we dropping as fire.
There's a realization that I think comes with time where you just got to get it any way you can. And I mean that even in like music production. Like, don't be afraid of loops. Don't be afraid of midis. Don't be afraid of stealing an idea, really. The first beat I ever sold, bro, I got a loop from Looper Man, okay? And I set the same BPM as, what was it? I don't know. It was that 21 Savage joint that got really big.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Before that,
okay.
Before that, it was on Savage Mode, the first one.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I literally Metro Boomin beat. Shit was fire. I took a sample from Looper Man, put it in my DAW, set the tempo to the same as that 21 Savage song, and I stole the drums.
There you go.
Same shit, same pattern. Literally, I listened to it, paused it. Okay, kick goes here, played it, paused it. Okay, hi-hat roll here. And I copied it. And that was the first beat I ever sold. The drums were exactly like Metro Boomin. They were Spins 808. They were the exact same sounds, different melody. Sold it. This dude was like, bro, how did you make such a good beat? And I was like, I don't It just came to me, bro.
But see the fact that you're copying. Okay, kick here, snare here. You're learning something though.
Yeah.
Now you can apply that to that just opens up that takes that's not just easy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? For you to even so the time you spent making your own beats and stuff. Hey, I'm live recording. Yeah. No, I'm a text you. All right.
Is that mom's?
Yeah, my bad. That's my dude.
Nah.
I'm gonna cut this out anyway, so we good.
Nah, shout out to mom's, bro. Give her that time.
Yeah, I'm texting. I can't. Yeah, nah. I'm just telling her the measurements. I'm about to mount this bitch up right here.
Oh yeah.
So in the future, while I'm talking to you, your videos are playing.
Oh, fire.
Everything's playing just as we're talking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just giving her the measurements.
By the way, your videos are dope, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're doing this. You're doing music videos. You're directing them. You're doing your fucking even like your short films, bro.
Thank you,
everything's dope, bro.
Thank
And
you.
if you ever need an actor, dude, I got you.
Oh, I already got. I literally have a list of my notes. I already got you on there.
I bet.
I got like 15 people. That I'm like, okay, I could. These are people who that you post on your story. You're funny as fuck on your story. You're entertaining as fuck, bro. Like I love watching your story come across your story.
Thank you,
And
bro.
just overall, you have great content as well, bro. I love everything you're doing, and I've over the last year or two of being tapped in with you, have seen you, really go crazy with it, and
I appreciate that you feel that way, bro, because I still feel like I'm not doing enough,
Bro, I felt like just even from when I first seen you, I felt like you're going for it as like an artist. Because I met you introduced yourself to me as a producer more so. You're like, bro, let me send you beats, which you sent me beats that are fire. And so when I seen you like going hard with the artist, I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. I think in this day and age, like how you said, I think it's dope how you said, like, shit, they're not going to fuck with the song and they like the beat. I'm going to make the beat too.
Yeah.
That right there is dope. And it's like the same thing you said as well, but like, I got tired of paying for it. Like, I want to do music, so I'm going to do it myself. It's every same thing that happens, it applies to my whole life. Like, it was the same shit. It gets expensive. So you got to do it yourself. Like, I fell in love with editing. Like I love editing the videos. I love writing a script down and having it detailed with the locations and the props and everybody who's gonna be a part of it. Like writing that out is like writing out a song. You know what I'm saying? So like making merch, like designing the merch, like doing everything. I fell in love with everything else just out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? Just cause like I didn't picture myself like when you started. You didn't necessarily want to be a producer.
No,
that wasn't your intention. Yeah. But with the game, it'll make you have to do things to to almost even like to keep up.
Yeah, that's the thing we were talking about with the car. It's like I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah,
but you learn that you can. I just had a therapy session.
Word.
And he's not like a traditional therapist. He's actually a hypnotherapist.
That's dope.
Okay. But before the hypnosis started, his whole thing, like, he didn't even ask me like what I was there for. He just started going off. Like, it felt like a presentation. He just started talking about life and the way that he perceives life and the way that he told me within the first 10 minutes, he's like, I haven't been disappointed in 30 years. I was like, what does that mean? Like, how do you do that? And he's like, well, my mind is in the right place. I don't expect things like that. If you expect things like that, you get disappointed. If you understand that life is good things happen, and when bad things happen, of course they will. So you take it and you say, when someone cuts you off, someone's going to do that. But not everybody's going to cut you off. So don't get in your car thinking everybody's going to cut me off. No.
You can't live your life like that.
No. So he was teaching me like life. He really reminded me that life is as complicated as you make it. And if you believe that you can do it, if you believe that if there's a challenge, you can tackle it, don't make that challenge scary. Just see it as what it is. You don't know, so you need to learn. And once you learn, you can do it. That right there, yeah. That right there.
That's deep.
Literally, like, took, like, him saying those words and it hitting, it was, like, anxiety relieved. You know? Because I was freaking out. I was thinking, okay, I'm 27. Still live with my parents. I'm working part-time. I barely have enough money for bills. Like, I have enough money for bills, gas, and a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
If I cut out the fun, I could save some money, but
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah. Me neither.
But I was like, what am I doing, bro? Like, I'm making beats in my room, and like sometimes I get a little attention, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And I was freaking out, bro. It was like, okay, I either need to go all in and make, because I work at In-N-Out, make In-N-Out my career because it's a good career. And basically, I was telling myself, like, I got to pick and choose. It's either music and, like, be broke, or In-N-Out and be stable but no more music. And he kind of just put in perspective, like, no, dude, like, if you tell yourself you can do all of that, you can do all of that. This dude's been a professional bodybuilder. He's been a professional jazz musician. I mean, a professional pilot. I mean, the things that this dude has literally done everything. So someone accomplishing shit like that, telling you, like, hey, bro, life's what you make it. You can go and do it. If you tell yourself you can do it, that was like,
And it's that simple.
yeah.
And you know what? I relate to that because it's like, you know, I feel the same pressure. I'm 29, and my people shit. Enough money for bills. Still hustling, though. Still, like, you know, like, still out here trying to be a rapper.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I'm getting older. Like,
And there's moments where it's like, fuck, bro, like, do I even want to tell people this?
I don't even tell people.
I tell them I make music.
I tell them, yeah, I'm just, oh yeah, I'm an artist. I do this and that.
That's another dope thing about being a producer is like, my goal, bro, has always been rap artist. And if you asked, 15-year-old me, like, where do you want to be? How successful do you want to be? It was always about the music. So I was like, I want to pay my bills, and I want the opportunity to work with anybody that I want to work with.
Yeah.
Same way, again, Tech Nine was a big influence. So at the time, Tech Nine doing very well.
Which he's doing better than a lot of people.
Very well. Multi-millionaire.
I just watched a documentary about Tech Nine and his merch on YouTube.
Okay.
I'll send you the link. It's still in my saved videos. But they were talking about how he's killing the game. He like last year they posted like Tech Nine cleared over 9 million or something in merch sales.
Independent, bro.
Independently. It was some crazy M's. And I'm like, that's crazy because you don't even hear. I could go the rest of my life not hearing a Tech Nine song. If I don't look for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's a huge cult fan base that is always gonna be there.
And he has worked with and has the opportunity to work with just about anybody they want.
Anybody. Like he did.
He's done Snoop,
Kendrick,
E40, Twista.
Because he's respected.
Yeah.
And he's a bar spitter.
Yeah.
You gotta respect. That's what I always told myself. I'm sure you feel like this. You get this anxiety from being on the gram and seeing everybody moving. Or when everybody you follow is like an artist or somebody, and you're seeing all their accomplishments, it's like, oh fuck, this person signed a deal. Oh shit, they got a big ass budget video. Oh shit, they're kicking in the studio with TDE. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? So you have this anxiety, right? But I always told myself, if you just stick to you, because there's been times like throughout my career where I've been like, where I started chasing the algorithm and chasing the sound, and it wasn't fun. And it wasn't hitting. And then it took me like a year to get out of that. Like, stop chasing it and get back to just creating what you want to create.
Yeah.
You know, and I think with that and with that mindset of being able, because a lot of artists, struggle with it. Because if we were there at one point, I'm sure there's tons of artists, millions of artists that still, are chasing it. And the people who create the new wave, they don't purposely do that.
Right.
It happens because they were just being themselves.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
they did what they thought was dope.
They did with that. And, it's like, I've always felt like, shit, like Benny the Butcher said, like, shit, nigga, I was cool off of 80 racks a year. off of music and shit. Shit, nigga, we good. Like, you feel me? Like
I'm okay with that.
he's like, I did it. I never thought I would be a multi-millionaire. What the fuck? Like, and it's like, in this day and age, if you stay consistent, put out great work, get you 1,000 real followers, you're great.
Yeah.
Boy, you get 1,000 people to buy one album or one hoodie a year.
That's what I'm saying. A $10 album, $15 hoodie,
and a $15, $25 hoodie, T-shirt. What?
1,000 people.
What? And because when I drop merch now, like, people buy, like, let me get two of this one, and the hoodie and the shorts.
Yeah.
And they'll send me money. I'm like, nigga, like, that's $150 I just made.
You got change for 100?
Right now?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't have any cash on me.
I'm gonna get changed for 100. I got a shirt that I gotta buy from you, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I got them on the rack. You can take your pick. I got you, brother. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah. But just getting that consistency.
Getting the consistency. But what you were saying something that really I was trying to get back to the point what you were saying. But regardless, I think.
I'm so proud of you, bro. You didn't say irregardless. It's not
Yeah,
a word.
yeah.
Not a word.
Irregardless. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's funny because people say that.
People say all kinds of
shit. And I'm not the smartest motherfucker, but I do my thing.
Yeah, I was homeschooled, bro. So like, all that, bro. Low key, I am pretty blessed with how I came out being homeschooled. I know some homeschoolers, bro, that are not like me.
And I don't think I've ever met anybody that was truly homeschooled.
Like all the way through?
All the way through. My
Everyone's
boy
got like a year or two. Right?
Yeah, my boy, he ended up doing homeschooling back in the day. That's because he was getting booked in LA for a bunch of the gigs and shit though. So
I thought you meant like getting booked.
Oh no.
I was like getting booked. He had to leave LA. It was too much trouble out there.
No, he was getting booked in a positive way.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? That's funny.
Some work.
He was getting some work. He was in LA doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's comedy as fuck. Right? When you say booked, right, it's automatically like, no, for sure. But
so you had to be homeschooled, bro. Stay away from the bad influence.
Stay away from the gang banging and shit.
We brought him out to Moreno Valley.
He just made his own hood. That's funny as fuck. So now, where are you at as like right now with your career? Like what do you got? What do you like? How do you feel about your career right now? And like, where's the next steps? Like, where's it going from here?
That's the hard part, bro. I'm a bad planner. Mm-hmm. I'm a good doer. I'm a bad planner.
Yeah.
And I need to learn how to plan better. You don't have a plan, you won't do anything.
Yeah, and once you got to write it down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a big thing, too. And I'm such it don't matter. I could go off on a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But right now, I have a single every month for the rest of the year. I
seen you post that.
What is it? We're in the 4th month right now. I'm doing it at the end of every month. So, like, January, it was like the 30th, or, the 28th or whatever. February, we had a leap year, so it was like 27th, 28th, something like that.
Yep.
So it's at the end of every month. So right now I'm about to do my 5th. We're about to be in the 6th month.
Okay.
Wait, January, February, March, April,
May.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm about to do my 4th or 5th drop. It's next week. I haven't even picked the song, bro. I have like 2 or 3, and I'm like, I don't even know. But
just kind of like
end of this month, bro. In 6 days, there's gonna be a new song out. And so I'm doing that for the rest of the year. I have enough. So what I did was I just kind of locked in for a year and I dropped a little EP and then like a single or two after that. But up until then, I was just making songs that I wanted.
Yeah.
Things that I believed in. Yeah. And I got enough, either finished or far enough into like the idea phase that I know that I could push them out for the rest of the year. So my goal right now for the rest of the year is just content.
Yep.
Videos. I tried to get a music video.
I was just about to say, let me film some videos for you. Don't even trip.
No, please. Yeah, no,
I got you. Don't even trip. Let me, cause like I just love filming videos. You feel me? For the homies and shit.
Something that I hate and that you are not doing, and I love that you're not, is you went and you got a good camera
Yeah.
and you didn't go for that fucking 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
I can't stand when people record music videos 60 frames per second. Also, that's not a selling point to me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me your shit's 4K 60 frames per second. That's why I'm paying $700. That shit looks like ass.
None of that shit.
I don't want my music video to look like a nature documentary.
Yeah,
I'm serious, bro.
you know, like I learned. Shout out Levi Holloway. I learned the basics, you know, really with him about what you want. Even with filming podcast, I go to him for everything. Even when I do the short films or the short series and shit like that, I go to him for advice before I even pick up the camera and get to it. Just to give me some type of direction. And it gets better every time. It's so much that goes into it that you're not gonna get it right every time. You just gotta keep going. And okay, next season we're gonna up the audio and make the audio way better. And then the next season we're gonna really get the lighting. But you want to just keep elevating everything. And
That's
I
smart,
feel like
not trying to take it all at one time.
it's too much. It's too much.
Good for you.
I like. He told me simplify everything and do the technical. With the basics, the what's the word I'm looking for? The do the standard basics.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ISO. Make sure you're white balance. Make sure you're in focus. Just the little things. Make sure it's lit. So you don't want half your face to be shadowed out unless you're doing it purposely.
Basically, if it's gonna look like crap, make sure the basics are.
So when someone like him sees it, it's like, oh, yeah, I can see that it's not
Right.
the craziest thing,
Right.
but he's not breaking the 180 rule.
Right.
It's well lit. The audio's decent. The camera's filming off the correct shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing the footage out. So once you and then on top of a bunch of YouTube videos,
Yeah.
you kind of get an idea. Every time I go out, bro, and film, I'm like, okay, it's a gloomy day outside. How to set up Sony A4, Sony A7 III for gloomy days.
Yeah.
And I have a few people that I watch, and I set it up for that. And as I've been doing that over the years, I'm learning the camera a little bit more. And I kind of know what, like, I always knew, like, what I liked in a video. I don't want it to look like you were saying, like I see some videos, I'm like, you were better off on your iPhone, P.
Yeah.
Like, you could at least did it, like, it would at least look like I did it off the iPhone, which is cool.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe for your reels and shit. Like, you could pull it off, and you could flick it up and then throw a little filter or whatever on it, and then put your subtitles on it and captions. And
People get so excited, bro, to spend $5,000 on something, on their whole setup, whether it's videos, music.
Yeah.
They fucking car. They go and spend as much as they can, and then they come back and it's like, I don't even know how to use this. What's the point?
You gotta, and then people spend money on I spend months figuring out what camera I wanted, and then it's like the camera. You take somebody that's really good with that motherfucking camera, you could give them something 10 years older than this one, and they can make it look better than my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So don't even be about the camera. Be about how you use that, how you really utilize it, and how to not shoot on the. Don't ever shoot that bitch in auto.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a lot of people talking about that with music. I'm always like, oh, bro, what? When you start out, you think there's gonna be a cheat code. What compressor can I buy that's gonna make my vocals like?
And I can just throw it on and it's has.
And it's like, nah, you got to know what you're doing with it. I saw an interview. I think it was Avicii or one of those DJs, and he was talking about, it wasn't Avicii, this dude's too young, but it was a DJ or like a dance producer, who was talking about he went to go meet with Daft Punk after their Homework album came out, and he was excited to see the studio because this album, as far as like electronic music was concerned, really pushed boundaries, and it did a lot of shit. So he went to their studio to kind of meet up with them, make some music with them. And he was excited to see what equipment.
Yeah, what did they use to create this?
What are their secrets, And he's like, bro, I walked up and they had one compressor. Now it's analog, so that's a good thing. But he's like, dude, they had one compressor, and I was like, what are you guys mastering on? Like, what are you mixing on? He's like, we're just using that. He's like, you're telling me you're just getting levels right, and you're using a basic EQ, again, it's all analog, so you're gonna get a nicer sound. But you're using bare bones literally the three things you need: a compressor, an EQ, and fucking probably a limiter. And he was like, and you made that album? He's like, yeah, that's what we did. That's all you need, but you need to know how to use it. You don't need anything fancy.
You don't.
The fancy shit makes it easier.
And that's crazy because he was probably expecting some crazy soundboards on compressors, a whole rack of shit, you know, NPCs hanging from the ceiling and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? No. And nah.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's how the fuck you use it. Once you know how to use it, they probably went through all the other equipment and like, bro, this what works best for us. Yeah. And I'm gonna stay right here where you come, where I'm, you know, where you get to, I feel like you get to a place where you get to this place where you're masterful at your craft. So you know you could take anything and make gold out of it. But once you like realize like this is all we need right here.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like we see that too. Like growing up, you've seen or heard that story your whole life, you know, in children's movies and TV shows. How often has like the guru, you know, like look at Surf's Up, right? How often has like the master been like, hey man, all you need is a little bit of wood. You know, you don't need a fancy surfboard. Was kind of like
yeah,
like you grow up and you see it in movies all the time. You see it in TV all the time. They try to teach you that.
Yeah,
but it doesn't stick. You think that you need these
the best fucking shit in the world. Keep going.
Yeah,
but you really don't. You just need to.
It's been consistent that like you just need to do what you got to do, and you need to know how to use it. Just learning how to produce and shit. Again, I thought I'd have all these cheat codes and all these things that would help me. And the best shit that I ever made back then, and I would show homies, was the shit that I don't want to say I got lazy with, but I just wasn't doing the extra shit. You know, I didn't try to compress my master, and so my shit actually sounded fuller because I didn't know what I was doing with the compressor. So I was over compressing my master. But if I just threw a limiter on it and just fucking blew that shit out of proportion, you know, it had a different energy because I wasn't taking energy out of it when I was using the compressor. The compressor was taking energy out of it. The limiter was just leaving whatever I had. So when I did the bare minimum poorly, I got better results than when I tried my hardest. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know what I was doing.
You didn't know what you were doing.
Now I know what I'm doing, and I see people that are like, bro, you don't have you don't have the C6 multi-band compressor. I'm like, no, I got the C4. It's 4 bands instead of 6 bands. And I can make it sound, like you were saying, I can make it sound better than you can. Yeah. I was looking for some work, so I put out my story. I was like, who needs some vocal engineering? And someone hit me up, and they said, well, it was a girl, so she's like, my engineer does it for free. And I was like, well, he can't do what I do. She's like, I'm sure he can. I'm like, I promise you, he can't what I do. My shit don't even sound like it's not Future. Yeah, it's not gonna be that quality. My old shit, my new shit, the shit that I have on my hard drive right now that no one's heard yet, it's not gonna be amazing like Future. But it's gonna be me, and you're gonna know it, and you're gonna hear it, and it's gonna
be good. Yeah, because that's the thing too. The mixing and mastering could be. Obviously, once we get to a point where you're not really even mixing, or when you do, you're mixing with the best shit in the world, or whatever you want. Even if it's a couple things, you can have that, whatever, right? Once we're on, or maybe you just have some fucking other dude in the chair doing all that because he just loves engineering, and you can just be an artist, and put your 2 cents in because you know how to do it, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you won't be as hands on when you get on, but like I feel like. Even like with that, like I feel you because it's like I've had peers of mine bring a couple of the homies in our team. They do mixing and mastering. So this particular homie was like, I'm gonna go outside and do your thing, wherever you know. And, I've always felt like the homies, like, they know what I love. Right. Like, I think, here the stems. And then they give me they put the magic on it. Yeah. And once you're comfortable with that, it feels good being able to rely on something like that. So they went out and they paid stupid buku money. I'm like, bro, you spent what? Oh, what? You know the homies be here doing it for free.
Yeah.
Not even that. Like I still shoot the homies like a donation for their time because that's work.
Yeah.
Mixing down an album and shit is like a long. At least buy yourself a fucking half zip and a good meal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a 6-pack. You know, or whatever. So they did that and they brought the mix back and we're like,
what the fuck is this?
just because you're in a big ass studio.
Yeah.
And have all these soundboards and shit don't mean nothing when you're right here and we're just running off. We don't even got no Apollos or nothing. Like,
but you know what it wants. You know what you want it to sound like. It might not be fucking sonically like
you said, it's not gonna be fucking Kanye. It's not a Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy mix.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does it sound good? Is it peaking? Is it crisp? Is it slapping?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And is it your vision? Like I remember I recorded a song and I got really excited about it, so I sent it out to a guy to mix and master it, or just to master it basically. So I did the mix. I sent him the stems wet, and then he kind of just like did a little funky business, a little EQ, and then he sent it back to me, and everything was sitting where it needed to be, but he fucked up my delay. He reduced my flanger effect. Like all the vibes that I wanted, he stripped. Did it sound good? Yes. Did it translate from speaker to speaker? You know, I played on my Bluetooth versus my car versus my monitors. It sounded great on all three.
Yeah.
My shit does not. But the vibe was there. And I keep trying to remind myself, and I have a bad habit of forgetting this, but I still try to live here. When I think about like 2015 SoundCloud era, like that's what broke me out of my lyrical spiritual miracle kind of rap. Like that's my bread and butter. That's where I try to make my music. Like when it comes to, I want like that drugged out. It's lit kind of.
That's still like a part of your being. That was then.
Yeah.
You grow as an artist.
Yeah.
But every chapter you take you're taking your best attributes from each chapter of your life with you.
Keep building on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was trying to do, what was my point? I don't fucking know, bro.
You were saying
don't spend money on bullshit, bro. Like go and do it yourself.
No, you were saying that you were getting away from the spiritual lyrical during the SoundCloud era, and it made you did it make you? I don't know if this was your point, but were you trying to say that because of the SoundCloud era, the mixing and mastering, no one gave a fuck about mixing and mastering.
That was exactly my fucking point.
Like, you listen to the old X songs,
it's like, this sounds like shit.
You know, follow me. Yeah, and it's and it's like fucking. And like when Audi came out, it's like fuck in the car, but it's
I mean, so my point was I try to remind myself like my shit might not sound fucking amazing. It might not sound perfect. But when I was finding this new music, I cared about the song. I didn't care about the mix. That Ski Mask song. No, you straight. You want me to continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
That Ski Mask song, Life Short, Smoke a Port in New York. That shit sounded ass. I played it, I don't know, maybe like 8 months ago, and it just didn't sound good. But I remember loving that song. Yeah. I remember the bass being too loud, and that's what I liked about it. What's up, big dog? What's up, man? How you doing? Nice to meet you. Good to meet you, too.
You can come on camera,
yeah, come on in.
He hate being on camera.
I love it.
Yeah. He's always, everything we film or anything, he's right there behind the scenes helping out with everything. He helped me do all this shit. So, yeah. Yeah, and
remind yourself, like you
drop that shit.
The consumer doesn't know any better than you do. Now your peers might, you know, or if you go to a professional studio and you show them this demo that you just started, that engineer's probably gonna tell you, yeah, bro, this sounds like shit. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
The average person listening to your music does not know what you're doing. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's good, what's bad. They know what they like.
They know what they like, and they could tell if it's. The only thing they can tell if the mix is fucked up where they can't even hear the lyrics. But
as long as you can hear the vocals, bro, you don't even have to do that, dog. That's the best part.
As long as they're not blaring over the beat.
Yeah.
You know?
And don't make them too loud. But you could even just fucking, like, I again, there's some songs I listen to and when I really pay attention, I'm like, you know what? The vocals aren't that loud. The bass is the loudest thing, which is like a big no-no, you know, and the right way to do things. those were some of my favorite songs. I love Thousand Man Funny.
Yeah.
Activist.
Yeah.
Cardi. I don't know if you remember Father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
bro.
Sure. What? That was an error.
Bro, that whole
an era.
2015, that shit was my like.
The start of the SoundCloud era and the build up to the SoundCloud era was a good time. Even during the SoundCloud era, it wasn't just like the Trippie Redd sound or like the Ski Mask sound. Cause TDE, Schoolboy Q, and Kendrick, and Isaiah, and fucking Freddie Gibbs, and all these other people, everybody was on SoundCloud. Was everything. Dom Kennedy, Yellow Tape. I'm listening to it.
Bad too now, cause now all their ads are like, "Do you remember when music was good?
Yeah.
Subscribe to SoundCloud where music is still good." It's like no one's posted on SoundCloud.
No one's posted. Now it's like, oh, you're some SoundCloud rapper now.
You know where I find some dope shit is Spotify.
Yeah,
bro. Spotify's algorithm for like their Magic Shuffle or whatever it's called, where they play like
they have the best one.
Yeah, bro.
Sure.
I found some dope shit in like that I should have already known about. I found on Spotify,
just shuffling, or because they have it at the bottom, or whatever, and they'll have artists and you could like exit or whatever. Like, bro, that's how I came across a lot of my music. That's how I found Griselda and shit a few years ago.
Really,
I was on Spotify.
Yeah, bro. I remember my first memory of Griselda. I was on mushrooms with a girlfriend, and I didn't know about West Side Gun. I probably had heard his voice a couple times, but I didn't know who he was. Bro, at work. Okay, so I'm a clown at work. And I'm like the only one that's like a hip hop head. Like everything is like a hip hop reference for me.
Yeah,
it's trap, really.
For sure.
So like I'll be walking, like I'm at work and I'm like bringing lemonade over, right? And I'm like walking down with the lemonade.
And no one understands what the fuck it is. With the lemonade.
I was about to do it for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
so I was gonna say, my first like actual like run-in with West Side Gun wasn't even West Side Gun. I was on mushrooms. I was hanging out. Me and my girl were in a hotel room. We both did like an eighth each, bro.
Oh, so you guys are on the one, yeah.
I mean, like the walls are touching me. You know what I'm saying? And we were scrolling through Twitter. I don't even know why we were on Twitter. Like, what the fuck are we doing? We're scrolling through Twitter, and I clicked on this video because I like the artwork. It was that West Side Gun album. It's like white and it's like paint splatter.
Yeah.
So that was the only image I saw, and I tapped on it, and it was one of those things where people do the whole song like with their voice.
Oh yeah,
but he was
the best kid.
Bro, he was like doing a funny voice too. He was like, so the beat was like he was like going like ping, 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 and he's doing a West Side Gun, but like a bad impression.
Yeah.
And bro, I lost my shit.
Yeah.
We were laughing so hard. Again, didn't know who it was. Didn't even know that
who he was making fun of. Yeah.
It just sounded funny.
Yeah.
So I come across shit like that all the time. By accident, toss it to the side. I remember I found Look at Me, but when it was at like, honestly, probably like 10,000 plays. And I was like, that's a cool song. I'll play that for some people sometimes. And then like 3-4 months later, it blew up. And I remember hearing about XXX, and I was like, he was on a No Jumper, and I'm like looking at his music videos and shit. And I start like reading into him, and I was like, oh shit, this is that song I listened to like 4 months ago. I am not Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at like looking at something and saying like that's gonna be something. I don't know why. I have a bad habit of dismissing really quickly if it's brand new.
Because I don't think even they know. Or like, sometimes
like Simon,
the
artist.
The artist, both. I think sometimes you can have a prediction and then you're right a lot of the times. But even like sometimes, I know you've probably had this happen. You drop something and you're expecting this particular song on the album or EP to go up, and it's not, and it's like this one.
Yeah.
This one's just like a middle of that. Oh, I thought this one was cool.
And that's what happens when people do interviews and they're like, "What's your favorite album that you've ever released?" And Kendrick's like, "Damn," and people are like, "Damn," Like, but damn. That's his.
Yeah, not To Pimp a Butterfly, not Good Kid.
Right.
Like, he did all that too, bro. But he probably, wherever that space was in his life, was probably just have fun.
Bro, Damn was dope.
Damn is bro, people were debating this online. Damn is a classic. I'm like, Damn, I would consider a classic. So people say, I think Good Kid is for sure a classic. When Good Kid, Mad City came out.
That was, yeah.
That was like something I was like, bro, I'm gonna tell my kids about this. This was like,
And that's something stupid about me, bro. Is like I think this is from me being sheltered. This is what I attribute it to. So like growing up, there's a lot of things I wasn't allowed to do, wasn't allowed to have. No magic, Christian family.
Yeah.
No magic. So no Yu-Gi-Oh, no Pokemon,
no Harry Potter.
no Harry Potter. They did Lord of the Rings, but that's because the writer's a Christian.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when it came to music, it was hip hop, certain genres of rock, certain bands. And so when I wasn't allowed to have something, I told myself I didn't need it, and it was dumb. Most of my life, half of my life, only because I'm 27. So in about 10 years, I can't say half my life.
Yeah.
But half of my life, bro, I was like, rap stupid. You talk about money and bitches. It's like that's what I like now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But fuck, bro. This is my breakfast, by the way.
Yeah, no, I feel you, dog. Like,
Right,
I got another pod, so I'm gonna wait to drink. I got another frizz too.
But I don't even remember, bro. It don't even matter. What were we talking about, dog?
I don't shit. You tell. I be drawing blanks on this motherfucker all the time. But I do have some questions though.
I love questions.
Some questions about hip hop and what's going on. I know you see. First of all, let me just get to what do you think of the J. Cole apology,
Bro? I don't know too much about all of that's going on. I don't know why everyone's beefing right now. I really don't. I told someone recently, and he was like, "You don't know?" I'm like, "No, of course I don't know, bro." You think I'm gonna know why Quavo's beefing with Chris Brown right now?
See, I didn't know anything about that until this. I'm like, oh, they're tripping.
But J. Cole apologizing for a diss is so lame.
Yeah,
it's so lame, bro. I mean,
I agree, bro.
Do that in person.
You could have got on the phone with him.
Yeah, I mean, that's for me, that's the equivalent of, and I did this. That's the equivalent of posting that black square, Black Lives Matter. Like, what are you doing, bro? You're not doing anything. You're just saying something. I mean, it's just to make people feel good online. That's it.
And it backfired on him.
Yeah.
Because you should have stood on hip hop.
Yeah.
The hip hop is giving you this platform. Because of hip hop, you're a multimillionaire and changed hundreds of people's lives.
And how many times have rappers talked about sometimes the beef stays in the music, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's outside of that.
That wasn't gonna go violent though.
No, yeah.
It's fucking Kendrick and Cole.
They're not gonna hurt
what? They're not gonna fucking thank you. Yeah. They're not gonna fucking shoot at each other, dog. And even then, Biggie and Pac did die, but I don't think they were friends. After that,
Right.
after he said, fucked your wife, you fat motherfucker. And we could have drinks after, dog. We can, so they were cool after.
Fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
Nigga, bro, so it's it's crazy. Jay-Z told Nas, I left condoms in your car seat, nigga. It's bad. So it's bro, and you see all these people, I feel like if there's no death behind it,
yeah.
Can I see Young Boy and Dirk linking back up? No. You killed Dirk's best friend and your homie. Y'all did shit on my homie. It's never gonna work, no matter what, right? I understand that. Right? Kendrick and Cole, you apologize. I'm like, bro, niggas is out here talking about more murders
and again,
of their family members.
What are they beefing about? Who's the best? That's the beef?
You've been saying you're the best for years now.
Yeah, before you were the best, you've been saying you're the best.
So it's now that...
I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. The whole "I'm the best" mentality is hip hop. That's been
when you started off, you were trying to rap to be the best. Yeah. You were inspired by the best lyrical artists to rap.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to be. And so why would I get if you're gonna say that you're the best and you're gonna say fuck my peers. I got a song that I'm gonna drop, and I said, when it comes to local rappers, I know I'm better than most of your top 10. That's true
shit.
Or that's not true, bro. I mean, it doesn't matter.
I'm talking my shit.
Exactly.
I'm popping my shit right now.
Exactly, and that's how I felt when I recorded it.
I say that all the time.
Yeah.
I say I'm the best motherfucking rapper. I say if you not K-Dot, or I used to say Cole, but I still feel if you not K-Dot or Cole, you can't see me. I just live in this world where in hip hop you're supposed to feel like that.
Yeah.
If you're in anything in life, Like, I feel like you should feel like that.
Bro, I got lines where I'm talking about, like, basically my peers want to give up because they see the things that I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But that's not true. Mm-hmm. Or it is true, and I don't know it. Mm-hmm. Maybe I do know it, but I'm not.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I'm going to dap you up. We're going to have some good food. We're going to hang out. And I'm going to go home. I'm going to talk about how.
Yeah, how the shit. Still, no matter what.
But I'm not going to apologize for that bar, especially if I dapped you up yesterday.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the apology.
And then if you know we're homies and you know this is some rap shit, you didn't have to respond.
No.
You got gassed up.
Yeah.
And you responded, which after the response is cool. It would have been done by now. Anyway.
Also, if you're apologizing for the response, you're apologizing for having like bitch feelings for a moment.
Yeah.
You know, sorry. So sorry I got upset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck.
I don't get it, bro. I don't know why he posted it with that fucking might delete this later, like he's a bad bitch or something.
Like might delete later, like. And you know what? And it was the first time we seen in hip hop someone go back at K-Dot like that.
Yeah.
He had everyone online convinced that T-Dab, that To Pimp a Butterfly, was fucking mid. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was talking. No one ever talked shit about Kendrick like that. But at the same time, when he was talking like that, I was like, you don't really believe it, anyways, because you know Kendrick is like, you can't just get out here and be like, oh, LeBron is ass, like Kobe's trash. So like, you can't say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because LeBron can't even say that to Kobe and mean it. Right. And Curry can't say that to KD and mean it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But will I sink this 3 in your face? Yeah. And like, will I cuss at you? Are we gonna exchange words? Yeah. I'll see you. Nigga, I will see you for dinner later, like with the family, like whatever. You know, like
trophy and I don't. You deserve it.
You deserve it.
Yeah, proud of you.
And it's like, that's why he should have left it. Like, you threw rocks and you hid your hand before a nigga could throw something back at you. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, that's kind of a bitch move. Yeah. That's kind of something I don't respect as a man. Like, even if I've been wrong before, and I can admit, I will rather personally reach out to you and let you know. Like, cause me and my best friend Stavo, that's my brother. We had fell out for like some months, for like a year, over music shit, not over nothing like disrespect. Yeah. Nobody crossed their lines. No one, you know, if we would see each other, we'd probably laugh, right, and link back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never gonna be not even to a point where we needed to really fade like that. Right. We were bickering over music shit because we thought we had the game figured out, and we come back and laugh at it like that's not how you do it, right? But you know, we both had verses on songs about the situation, yeah, and it was kind of interesting. Like, if you guys knew around in the community and you've been around us, it's like, oh, what is CM saying? Oh, what is Stavo saying? We both hit each other with shit. It's like, oh shit, that's kind of hard. Like, and we linked back up and we talked about it. Like, that shit was hard. Yeah. And you know, and I was like, oh, this bar hit me. I'm like, only you could say that about me because you know me. Right. Like, nobody else probably even understands that only bar. I can call like my sister that. A bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And after, that's still my brother. We got past it. We kept it rap.
Does it do that because it clips, bro?
Yeah, because sometimes when I get too close to it like this, you see how it starts peaking. Yeah. So all I gotta do is stand right here. It just happens. Like, so, and that's something I tell people on the podcast. Because if I'm gonna be close, I'll be like this. I could talk to you like this. Yeah. But when I'm like, oh, Kendrick. There we go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it just happens when Kendrick. You know, it's like we've been going up with the pods and the hip hop debate. I love it, and that's why it's disappointing when J. Cole apologizing, because we love to see the best rappers go at it.
Do you feel like this shit's like planned, bro? Because I don't think it's real.
Yes and no. And why I say yes.
Start with no.
No, it's not planned. Because we've seen, since Kendrick did the Control verse, Drake after that. That's so long ago, but this is where it stems from with Drake and Kendrick, right? And
have they had a song since?
Nah. They did fucking Problems with ASAP.
Was that before or after Control?
That was after, or
And who knows when
It
they
was
recorded
after.
that
I
shit.
think it was around that era.
They
That
got
was
on tour together.
not as
something
see
like that.
Drake. You know, he said in 4 a.m. in Calabasas. You know, on tour, I drew for Kendrick and Rocky and brought them on tour. And Kendrick does videos of both of them. Like Drake put me on, help take me to the next level by taking me on tour and shit with him.
That boy Jizzy.
Yeah, you know.
He put me on.
Yeah, and so basically Drake was saying, long story short, Drake was on interviews on Breakfast Club and multiple interviews like, that's whack, like, you not understanding on business, like, okay, we don't remember anything in the verse. He was hating on it. He wasn't fucking with it or whatever, which he has his opinion, but it started from there. And then Kendrick got on the BET Awards. It was like, put the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes and all that. So Kendrick's been calling him out for a minute. Kendrick's the only person that's really tried to test
Since like 2014.
since for a minute. Meek Mill got
2013.
bodied,
Bro,
and
okay,
was
I was
not
gonna-
ready for that.
I almost said earlier the first or like the last like diss song that I paid attention to was that 30 for 30 freestyle.
Yeah, that was crazy. 30 for 30 was crazy.
That shit hard, bro.
Yeah, that shit hard. I like 30 for 30 better than back to back to
That
back to
Drake
back.
era was so good.
He was bodying shit.
If
Body
you're
and
reading this
shit.
is too late,
Oh, come on.
my favorite Drake album.
Undeniably, like I gotta say, Views is my favorite.
Okay.
album. Views would probably be my favorite. I try with you. I love that shit. I love that song so much. I love
It's like seeing his
Views.
little feet dangle.
Yeah. But so I think this particular situation has been brewing for a minute, and you know the big three conversation, who's the best? I think that's been brewing for a minute. So now it's just time to settle it. Who is the best? You know.
And
so
what do you mean by the best, bro? You know
that's what I'm
I mean?
saying. Nobody is ever gonna. We're never gonna come to an agreement. Drake has his fans that forever think he's way better than Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick has fans that forever think he's better than.
I think whole package, Kendrick has it.
Kendrick is my favorite.
Yeah.
And he's like my.
And I don't even listen to those guys anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'll pay attention to Kendrick. I don't pay attention to Cole. The last time I was never really a big Cole fan. The last time I paid attention to Cole was when he was doing
Forest Hills Drive type shit.
nah that
Before
big
that.
collab tape that he did.
Oh, the Dream Chasers.
the Dreamville 2?
Yeah, Dreamville 2 with Cage Bird
Yeah.
and Tabs.
You know why I paid attention was because of Maxo Cream and Smoke Perp.
Oh,
Ski Mask. Like he had a bunch of young cats on there. JID.
Yeah, JID. Oh, he did the documentary. That's the one where he did the documentary.
Yeah.
Where we had everybody. Yeah, Smino, Guap Dad,
Yeah.
like everybody.
Bro, Guap Dad's hard.
Guap Dad is tight, bro.
Guap Dad needs some more love.
And he stepped up his bars.
Did he?
Like, I feel like the shit I've been seeing on Instagram on his reels and stuff, I'm like, oh, you're rapping.
Really?
Like, he's here to, like, nah, you gotta take me serious.
Okay.
Like, cause, you know, he was famous for the memes, and I never not took him serious. I'm just like, oh, he's a personality. He's funny. He's outside, so he might as well rap.
Right.
Now I'm like, oh, you're an artist.
Yeah.
You're an artist for sure. Like, you're undeniable. He's proven it. And
Great voice. Great
yeah,
voice.
I the image, everything like I think Wow Dad is dope.
Yeah. But that's why I paid attention. So the last time I paid attention to Cole was because of people outside of Cole.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the whole package, Kendrick has it sonically. You know, the music's solid.
Yeah, for sure. Slap.
Technically, as far as his flows, his lyrics, his imagery, Kendrick has it. As far as scale and number one ability,
Star
obviously,
power.
it's Drake. Of
It's
course.
Drake, come on.
And
When-
Drake sounds great on everything. He's
Yeah.
proved it time and time again. It doesn't matter what he raps on; he's gonna sound
He's
good.
gonna
on.
sound good on everything.
Yeah.
Whether he's rapping or singing, and that's where it's like we're not.
So is it really a big three?
Is there
Maybe it's a big two.
like?
Dog.
And I think what Kendrick doesn't. Kendrick knows he's not gonna outstream Drake or be bigger than Drake, right? We know that, but for
Not
the hip hop,
consistently, for the moment.
I think for Kendrick though, he could prove that I rap better than you. I'm a better artiste than you, Drake. No matter how much you sell, you're not better than me. And I think that's what Kendrick wants to prove.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the best.
I think like this shit ain't
for
free.
this decay for free. Kendrick, baby.
That right there, bro. Like that shit's like some cool spoken word poetry.
Yeah.
It's definitely rap, kind of.
It's different.
But, yeah, I mean we know the instrumental is like super jazzy, freeform jazz.
It's crazy. That's crazy. The video.
That shit is so dope.
Yeah, and you know, like, and that's why Kendrick has better videos than Drake. Like I never thought Drake had really dope videos. They were always just cool.
Yeah.
There's a couple cool, but they're never really like, oh, what is this? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like the Kendrick video where he's sitting at the table, you do it, and he's like going all crying, drinking. Like, bro, like the thing I would like to see from Drake. We know you can make a bunch of good songs. Mm-hmm. I feel like the reason his last couple albums haven't been sticking is because it's like, cool, bro. It's like another good album.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope. You got some slaps on here. There's going to be some captions. But now it's like what Kendrick did with Good Kid, Mad City, and he's had these conceptual albums where it's a storyline. And, like, you know, Kendrick is tried to make it a point that I'm an artist. I'm gonna show you the art behind that album. Right. It's a full project, a full body of work, and I would like to see Drake do something like that. Tell a certain story or be in this certain spot in your life, and not necessarily try to make hits or try to do this is my backpack album. This is for the back. Like no, just do Drake.
Yeah.
But like even seeing whatever you want to do Drake. But like
you know what I want to see less of? I want to see less skits and interludes.
Yeah, I feel like
or if it's an interlude, say it's an interlude in the title, and make it 2 max.
And if you're gonna have some type of skit, bleed it in a little bit in the song or something. I hate going to an album and it's playing on shuffle and then it's a skip. I gotta skip the skit. Like add it like Schoolboy did it on Blue Lips. Like he'll have a little skit at the end of the instrumental or shit like that. And then and it's like okay, I see what he's going with the vibe of all this. Like that's dope. But it's not doing too much. I feel like after Good Kid, everyone started doing all the skits and doing too much. It was like there's a way to be. You don't have to
like with To Pimp a Butterfly, bro. Like. If my phone's on shuffle, I'm gonna finish the song, I'm gonna vibe out, and I'm not thinking about it until if I'm playing the whole album, I remember. But if it's on shuffle, out of nowhere, bro, my vibe's killed. I remember you was conflicted.
Ah! The shadows of Lucy all around me. Ah! Kendrick, wake up, Kendrick.
Do you know who Tony Snow is?
No.
Okay, so he's dope. He kind of sounds like what's that dude's name? G Herbo.
No.
Kind of sounds like him. Got a similar flow, which is interesting because Tony Snow's from New York. No, he's from Atlanta. He's got it. All right, this dude's everywhere. All right, now that I'm talking about it. But homie's dope. Really, really, really cool. Really cool sound selection. Cool beats. Great flow. Good lyrics. But he just released an album, and it has like 5 skits in it, and they're like cinematic, like Marshall Mathers LP cinematic. Like there's rain and there's footsteps, and cars slamming, and like, baby, what do you know what I mean?
Oh, I get it, yeah.
The whole story, right?
Yeah,
it's not that deep. Your album's not that deep.
Yeah, and then all the songs are just like,
I fucking this bitch in the back of my Benz.
Yeah. It's like I don't. Yeah.
So I need less skits, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Unless you're making a conceptual album about something and that all connect. But even then, you just don't have to have, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't do skits for every album. If I did a couple skits for one album, I'm not doing it for an album or two. Like, it just only, like, and even then, when we think about stuff to fill up the album, like, I always do it, like, with the homie. Like, I do it very tasteful, very slight, and at the end of the song as it's fading out. I don't like to even do it at the beginning of the song. So when you play it, you always have to hear that skit every time it plays. And then you got to think about the replay value. If there's a skit at the end of this, like, it's going to play while it's in the car.
Right.
And they're going to change it while it's playing instead of letting the album, or instead of being lost in the album while it plays, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I agree with you. And to answer your other question on why I think it is, like, planned, I think it is because the baby just today, he's on Shaq's new podcast, and he was like, yeah, a rapper we all know, a very respectable rapper, a very lyrical rapper, like he's one of them, hits me up, and it's like, yo, let's work. So he got on the phone with him, and he was saying, like, nigga, like, seeing all this Kendrick and Drake shit all this beef. Like, nigga, we should throw bars at each other and beef, and we both know we're cool. But it's gonna like, yeah, you're right. Like, if we did that, we would turn this bitch up.
Yeah.
Like, but he's like, it's just like, I respect you. Like, so I can't be like, fuck your baby mama. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't disrespect you because I don't mean, because it like, I'm not going to say what I would want to say to you.
Right.
And then we're dealing with our legacy. What if you go hard on me and I don't go as hard on you because we're homies and you body my shit? Now I'm forever with that tarnished.
Yeah.
I got that shit in my arm.
Attached to my name.
Yeah, forever. Like,
and even worse, at the end of the day, we're cool.
yeah, they were cool, but you're more all than me now. You're the nigga who body me? No way. No way. So I couldn't fake rap beef. I would have to, it had to come from like the bars come from something real.
Yeah.
Like, it comes from a situation. That's why the Drake shit is like, we're waiting for 10 years. We've been waiting for 10 years to hear what they had to say about each other for real. So, like, yeah, I think some of it now is content driven, viral driven. Like, if you just start a beef, like, it's almost a little corny.
Well, the whole like,
but I love it at the same time.
I mean, like even the idea of like, oh man, 2 Chainz just released a song. 2 Chainz is on Kendrick's side. I mean, I don't know if that happened, but like the fact that that's a conversation right now tells me that this shit is so fucking fake. And Quavo, my little brother and I were talking about it too. Quavo and Chris Brown beefing. First of all, no one saw that coming.
No, it was just random diss song out one day.
Yeah, and why? Because, like, my brother was like, when was the last time someone really talked about Quavo? Since Takeoff died. And then, when was the last time someone talked about Chris Brown? Since he did that song with, I don't even remember.
No Guidance.
With Drake, I think.
That was the last time he was like,
it's like 2017.
Where you couldn't escape that song.
Yeah, like 2017. Yeah. And like, so like these two people that are fucking huge and are living life and doing whatever they do, and whatever they do is going to be
still selling out in a fucking arena. Chris Brown's still in arenas and shit.
So no one's talking about him, so I don't know where they're just fucking beefing with each other.
Yeah, and like, what made it like? You guys are beefing over another girl that's Sweetie, and she with YG. Like, what is why? And one day she in bed with a whole other nigga. Her ex.
He started on Sweetie, bro.
You think she's fine?
Ooh.
Yeah, she's fine. I love Sweetie.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been so caught up with Ice Spice and like Lotto that we kind of forgot about Sweetie.
I never liked either of them.
Yeah, I think they're both attractive. I think Lotto,
of course, yeah.
I think
Lotto wins.
I think I pick a Lotto over Ice Spice.
My problem with Lotto though is like I don't like I don't hate plastic surgery. I just don't like being able to tell. I don't like seeing it. Like I don't. Yeah. Your tits can't sit here. Yeah, that's not possible.
Yeah, nah, it can't be perfect. Your body. See, I think I would smash Ice Spice, but wife Lotto.
Yeah. So when you say smash Ice Spice, this is what I use this phrase a lot. Like when people are like, "Bro, would you hit that girl?" I'm like, "I'd try it."
I'd try. Yeah, I'd try it. I
don't want it.
Yeah, no, I'll try. Yeah, I'll sample that. Yeah, I see what's here for. I don't want the whole entree. I don't need all of it. You know? Yeah.
Claps. What's a clap?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll try that. You know what I'm talking about? And so what else do I got on my list? I got a couple other things. Let's see. Oh, I see so I seen this thing. They were talking about the big three, right? Mm-hmm. Someone on Instagram had the mid three. Okay. Who's the mid three? Meek Mill. Okay. Wale. Big Sean. Honorable mention Rick Ross.
I disagree with Rick Ross being there. As far as like sales or like I would say like overall buzz is concerned, you can throw him in there, but I think Rick Ross is like I go off how I feel when I hear their music. Mm-hmm. Honestly, bro, I don't know a whole lot of Wale. Like I said, the 90s and like early 2000s, like I kind of missed out on. I don't know a whole lot about Wale, but I was never impressed. Mm-hmm. I always said that Big Sean was he's a lazy version of someone else. Who the fuck was he? I want to say I think maybe I even said he was a lazy version of Meek Mill. Mm-hmm. Like as far as like delivery. Mm-hmm. I never liked Big Sean too much. And then Meek Mill, I wasn't there for it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I wasn't in the culture enough. You know, like when I hear Future talk about like scraping out the paint off the bowl because he's whipping. Like at this point in my life, like I know enough. I'm like, okay, that's dope. Like I know what you're talking about. But when Meek Mill was at his peak, probably didn't know enough of that lingo.
Yeah.
So probably just missed me.
Yeah.
What's that one song that he has that's got that long, like, minute 40 fucking...
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought that was the intro, Dreams and Nightmares. Yeah.
So, like, people love that shit, right?
Yeah.
It never hit for me. So, that, like, mid-3, I think that's beautiful. That's a perfect pick right there.
Yeah, because it's like, the only person, like, I would want to, like... I don't even think Rick Ross would even fit the mid 3. I think maybe he's not the top 3, but he's definitely not mid. That's Rick Ross. He's done a lot, and I wouldn't put him in the mid.
And he's got
category. And he has classic records. And he raps.
And he's got personality that comes out in his rap. That's the thing that I hate about. Sorry, if you guys heard that burp. That's the thing I hate about Meek Mill and freaking, what's his name? Hold on.
Wale?
No, the other guy.
Big Sean.
Big Sean is the lazy version of YG. Not YG, Tyga. They got the same sound, same flow, in my opinion. But his is so much more nasally and laid back than Tyga. Tyga's Tyga. But when it comes to Big Sean, it sounds like Tyga to me, but Tyga that's like sitting on the couch like.
Yeah. That's funny.
But they don't have the personality of Rick Ross.
I think that's what I feel like out the list. Like if I had to take one out, I would pick like if I had to hear a Meek Mill, Wale, or Big Sean album. I want to hear Big Sean album before a Meek Mill or Wale album.
Yeah.
I think the only thing
he's more tapped in with like
Big Sean could rap. I feel like there's a time where like you think about around the time with Mercy, you think around the time with Click, he's out rapping Jay and Kanye. He had the best verses on Mercy and Click in my opinion. I thought on both songs Big Sean stole the show.
Okay, yeah. 2 Chainz disappointed me on Mercy.
Yeah.
Not disappointed me, but I was kind of bummed like the way that they chose the direction for shit. Yeah. Sorry, I could talk about 2 Chainz all day.
I fuck with 2. When 2 Chainz first came out, it was when he came back, you know, it was definitely I was like a senior when True came out and shit. So that was like that was hard.
And you know what? That's another person I try to look to. Like when I was saying, like I look at SoundCloud shit and try to remind myself, like people don't care about the sound. When I start stressing about my age, I look at 2 Chainz.
You look at now in hip hop, Griselda and those guys are like 34, 36.
But it is an older sound.
39. They have an acquired taste, but they can hit all 50 states and then go out the country. What more do you want? Yeah, exactly. They're still millionaires.
Exactly.
Will they be Drake famous? No.
I don't even need that.
But look, well, now Drake is on Conductor beats.
Yeah. We have a problem.
I guarantee the next Drake album is gonna be some Alchemist on there. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think in hip hop right now, we're not in an era of anything, right? So it's just kind of like up in the air. We're in a transitional period. Yeah, we left the SoundCloud era. Maybe this is like the TikTok era. That's about anything I can say. It's the TikTok era where it's fast. But with reels, I want to see it fast.
The whole song doesn't need to be good, just that first 30 seconds.
Just that.
Or whatever.
Just that 1 30-second clip. You could get it.
For no reason.
What's that one dude? What's that one guy? He fucking blew up. She my little boo thing. That's okay. She my little boo thing.
I know who you're talking about.
Bro, I remember seeing that like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and then he's on these talk shows and he's like blowed up. I saw a video of him like side of a big deal with some crazy shit. Like I'm like, damn, he posted that song for like 2 years.
Yeah,
like just
and
that
that's
clip.
What you gotta do.
I never ever have had one song where I was like, this is my song that's gonna blow me up. I've never felt like that.
Yeah,
I've wished like I had that like okay I got a song I'm only gonna push it nah I got an album and an EP like peep that like I don't know like
the whole idea
I don't like bro cause
You know, me being
know.
like the little SoundCloud rapper that I am, I really value just like I don't know. I stopped listening to albums, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for that one song that catches my attention, and then I'll move over. Who was it? I don't think it was Cardo, but someone. I want to say it was Larry June just released an album
Yeah,
with
Ricardo.
with Cardo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, no, so not that album. It's actually whose dad just got out of jail and made a hit song recently. Hit Boy.
Hit Boy.
Okay,
Yep.
so Hit Boy just did something with someone.
Blue Bloods.
Was it? Fucking.
Hit Boy's working with everybody, so.
Oh, it was Blue Bloods Clan and Hit Boy. I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple. That Color Purple joint is fire.
And you take your couples and add it to the playlist.
Yeah, exactly. I can't. My attention span's too short. I don't know what it is. Like my homies always tell me, like, bro, why are your songs so short? Like, I want to hear more of it. I'm like, just play it again.
Yeah.
Like my shit, like barely reaches 2 minutes. Almost never.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of where I'm at mentally. Like I just
2:30 is like that perfect spot for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm right in there. That's like the average.
You know that that little clip from Kids See Ghosts. There's
Yeah.
that one song. There's like a little sketch in the middle of it. And
Yeah.
it's like, do that thing and then do it again,
Yeah.
and then let the music do that thing. Make that 3 minutes, and that'd be enough for a record.
Yep. Exactly. My songs are only longer if I have features on there, and this is like a 3 minute and 50-second song, but there's bridges, there's a chorus, there's a beat switch. Like
That's another thing. You know, there's not a lot of bridges these days.
I love bridges.
I love bridges.
Like, bro, that was the part of the song that I looked forward to the most.
Bridges and breakdowns.
And breakdowns, like, bro, they don't have that even in hip hop anymore. Like,
No, it's a beat change.
It's just a beat switch, and you know, I love beat switches. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I do it on a lot of my albums. Every album, there's at least 1 or 2 beat switches.
Yeah.
But like, I still like on my last album on the intro song, Mobile Rap Story.
Was it Love Story?
Mobile Love Story. No, I have Mobile Love Story and a Mobile Rap Story.
Okay.
And on the Rap Story one, I'm on there with Ty, a singer named Ty My Shoe, and she I did the verse hook. She came in with the hook. I did a verse. She came with the hook. I did a verse, and then it went into this bridge, and we, you know, I layered it like 5, 6 of my vocals, 5, 6 of her vocals, so it sounded big and layered, and I loved it. And then it goes back into the last hook, into the outro, and it fades out with her. And I was just like, I love that song, because just when you think it's over, it gives you a whole nother vibe when we're singing, and it's just like the grand finale. It's like, you know, when you're watching a fireworks show, imagine if it was just done and the boom. All right. It's done.
Right.
Like, what happened? Like, where did you got to fuck up the sky before so we know it's done. Like, you got to go crazy at the end. And I feel like that's something in music, like, I love. And yeah, you don't see as much of it anymore. And you know what? But I mean, look at what time we're in. And we're in the TikTok era, right? So you got about 30 minutes. If I listen to the full song, it better not be no 4 minutes. So that's how the average listener is consuming it. And you know,
songs that I used to listen to that are 5, 6 minutes. I remember. I mean, like now I get 2.5 minutes in and I'm skipping it.
Yeah, I don't listen to Kendrick sing about me all the way through. It's 12 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and I did the other day just because I haven't in a while.
Right.
I listened to the whole album with all the beef going back, and it was refreshing, and it was so refreshing. But if it comes on in the car, I give it about 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes, and then you know, after the first the skit, I'm going on to the next one.
Even,
you know,
even with no, it is Sing About Me. Yeah, as soon as the beat changes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that first one in like the first like 30, 40 seconds, and then there's
dying of thirst.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like oh, you know what? No, what I was thinking of was not Bad Influence, but Peer Pressure.
Peer Pressure, yeah.
Ooh, that one's
I met her right, I met her left. One lucky
Megan
night
never
with
left.
the homies.
Yeah.
Hey,
Usually
hop
I'm a
out the
sober
car,
soul.
bust your head, come through and buzz it, boo, boo, boo. Yeah, bro, come on, Like when that album came out, like no Drake album has made me feel. Don't get me wrong, I felt excited about Drake, especially when if you're reading this, it came out. I think that was the most excited Drake fans.
Yeah.
Like this random drop. What?
Yeah.
And you're beefing with Birdman. It was like, what the fuck? If you were just
hard.
out, and it was, and then you got energy. You're like, what the fuck? You go to the 10 bands. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But you start off with Legend.
Yeah.
When I die, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like that was out of the blue. And
I remember, Cajalco Road?
yeah.
Okay, I'm driving down Cajalco,
Yep.
bro. 1997 Honda Civic.
Yep.
Shitty ass speakers, bro, blasting. When I pull up, tell that boy to bad. Bro, I remember, like, there's a certain turn. I just remember just belting, like, when I die.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like, Drake definitely gives us those moments. That's why I'm like, I love all the big three. Like, I love all their music. I love Kendrick's more.
Yeah.
But I loved J. Cole's music, but he disappointed me. I'm not interested in a new album. You gotta let me forget about it. I kind of don't think I ever forgive you. Like, every time I hear Cole, I'm like, man, turn that soft ass shit off.
Yeah.
Like, bro, cause we do this. Like, if someone dissed you on a record, like, I've been waiting for someone to diss me on a record.
Right.
So let's keep it hip hop. I don't want to be shooting at people or getting shot at, but like, I'll spit some bars. Like, I've been waiting for that. So for me to like get back at you and then apologize publicly, like I was telling you earlier with the homie, like when we did it, I didn't get on the gram and say I'm sorry. He didn't get on the gram and say I'm sorry. We had a conversation.
He's acting like he said the F word, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't call him, and he has before.
Yeah.
J. Cole said that on Board Center, like on his intro song. He was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, bro, what? This is the intro to your album, dog. Like,
bro, you know what was crazy? I was listening to a Millie. And bro, freaking Wayne's got that line. He goes, nothing. You ain't scared of nothing. On some faggot bullshit. Call it Dennis Rodman. And like, that's wild to say.
Wild.
Call it Dennis Rodman. And
that's crazy,
bro.
You can't say that now.
You can't say it now. So when I hear it, I'm like, oh, my ears get up.
Yeah, like, what? Like, what the fuck?
There's a lot of that in hip hop, bro. That like the last 5 years, people stopped saying things like that.
People said no,
and you'll catch a couple here and there, and you'll like I'll peep it. I'll notice
it's like blaring. Like when you hear it, it's like whoa.
Yeah,
and taking it there.
The world made me sense it. Like before, I was like that word's nothing,
bro. Cause we're like I was coming and listening to Wu-Tang albums and shit. Like like
torture.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. Okay, that's an interlude I can do,
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put your fucking nuts on the fucking table. Wow, nigga, put like, bro,
so New York, bro.
Like, bro, I put the fucking iron on the stove and let it sizzle and then stick it up your asshole. So, like, bro, like.
I tie rope to your nuts and throw you out the window and just leave you hanging.
Like, bro, like it's fucking funny, and it's like shit like that. Niggas can say shit like that, like 50 Cent, like how he was beefing, like it was like, bro, like what? This is a part of like the culture, and you guys are trying, and the people will be like, well, how come people in country don't beef? How come people in pop don't beef? Because it's not hip hop.
Yeah,
no one was trying to be the best country singer.
Yeah.
This hip hop has somewhat of a, and then people say, and you could agree to disagree. Some people say hip hop is not a sport, but at the same time, there's fashion shows competing for the best design. There's cooking shows competing for the best dish, right? So
why can't it be?
Why wouldn't it be? Who has the best lyrical ability?
Right.
Fuck who sells the most and streams the most. Yeah, we don't give a shit about that. Like, we already know the numbers is manipulated and shit. Anyways, bullshit. Fuck it. But like, who has the most bars? Yeah. That's always gonna be a thing. Who's the fastest bike rider? They literally hundreds of people ride around the country and do a bike try. Yeah. Just who swims the fastest, who skates the best.
Just talking about cooking. Who has the best?
Who has the best,
bro? Like there's
and they have 100 TV shows on right now. Who has the fucking dirtiest house? Yeah. It's a competition, so I'm like, bro, like taking it out of it is you guys are making everything's so soft. Like it doesn't have to be like that. J. Cole should have stood on business and showed the culture and these kids out here that are really beefing that yo, you can have, it's okay to have problems with people and not be on the same page as people, but keep it music.
Yeah.
And although sometimes it goes further than that, but seeing Kendrick and Cole and Drake keep it peaceful, and they could maybe, if it's not this year, next year, they could sit on a podcast.
Yeah.
They could drop an album together. Like eventually, Kendrick and Cole are gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Eventually, it might be 10 years from now.
We'll
But Nas and Jay-Z have multiple songs out now. They said they respect each other. They're friends. They're at least acquaintances.
I still love you.
You feel me? Like, so even Tupac and Biggie were friends until they died. Like after all of it, they were best friends.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like we'll see Kendrick and Drake and Cole. We'll eventually see them back together. So for the meantime, you should have showed the culture that you can peacefully have rap battles.
And also stand on your own business.
And stand on your own business. Stand on what you believe in.
Yeah.
Cole, you've been saying you're the best. What did you just tell every kid that thought they were the best at something they were doing because they got inspired by you?
Stand on.
You let your fans down.
Yeah.
Cause like don't get me wrong, like Cole was always like, I always said Kendrick. You know, I'm a big fan of Schoolboy. Yeah, right. No, you good. Right inside to the right. You can't miss it. I'm gonna get another one of them. I'm gonna get another one of those later. Or you know, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna get another one. Just like Craven, like I fuck with the aloe vera. What is it? Aloe vera.
Yeah, that drink.
Yeah, with
Like the bottles are kind of
small, and they got the shit inside of it. The little. Yeah, I call it.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Really?
I love that shit. I love all the flavors besides the coconut. I don't fuck with anything coconut.
I don't like coconut either.
Coconut's trash, bro. It just has a weird flavor.
I like the texture.
I don't like see.
Kind of sandy.
I hate it.
Not sandy, but it's like dry is not the right word, but it's like flaky.
Yeah, it's not as moist as like cantaloupe or like watermelon.
Is it a melon though?
Is coconut a melon?
Sounds like a nut.
Is coconut a melon? Hey Siri, is coconut considered a melon?
Okay, I found this on the web for is not considered a melon. Check it out.
I hate Siri, bro.
So it's not in this category. Cantaloupe, honeydew. No, so I don't think it's considered a melon. Grapes are not considered melons, but it doesn't ever. Siri don't ever get you exactly what you want.
I use Google on bro. I was an Android dude for a long time, and then I actually swapped over to iPhone just literally for AirDrop and iMessage for music.
Yeah, so much easier.
Yeah. But I use Google for everything else. Coconut is technically a fruit though.
Yeah, it's a fruit, but not a melon. Considered a melon. Yeah. It's trash regardless.
It can stay on that tree.
It can stay, yeah. I'm straight. But all in all, so you're dropping every month.
Yeah.
When's your next drop?
What's today's date? It's the 24th. It should be Friday, but we're gonna get it on the 30th because I still haven't decided. But 30th, before the end of the month, you're gonna get a new drop from me.
Hell yeah.
This one's gonna be short. Short songs. All of them are pretty short. At the end of the year, I'm debating on whether or not to do an EP of like all the singles and then like 4 new songs.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So it'd be like 12 songs and then like 4 new ones at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And then when you're on distro, you use distro?
Distro. Yeah.
You could just type that with the IRC code.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's the right initials. The IRS.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The little code. All you do is copy it. You copy that code or whatever to the new album, and then it's gonna carry the streams from all the songs over to your new project without you having to upload all the audio files and everything. It's gonna already connect it. You would just have to upload the 4 new ones.
Fire. Okay, fire.
So yeah, just YouTube it how to do a deluxe album because technically that would be like. Almost like a deluxe album, but it's just a whole project of all the songs. But yeah, it just makes it easier. So, because I've done that with re-releases and shit like that, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to re-upload, and I want the streams to carry over. But it'll automatically like connect it. Cool. So if you run up 50K streams, 10K streams, or whatever, the fucking 100 streams off of those songs, it'll bounce over to you. Cool. Yep.
So yeah, so 1 a month. Got some songs coming out with Soul Mob.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, have
You
you
gotta
heard of
put
them?
me on, nah.
Nah. Oh, dude, they're dope. They're in
Shout out
Riverside.
Soul Mob.
Yeah, dude, Soul Mob is the fucking wave, bro. They got so it's two dudes in the actual like it's like a rap duo, but it's like a artistic collection.
Okay.
So like they got boys in there. So like it's like ASAP Mob. So like they
Okay.
got boys that do the design. They got boys that do camera work. You know, make beats. And then the two that are actually in like the music duo. It's still called Soul Mob, but it's Soul Mob Bizza and Soul Mob Don.
Okay.
And they
That
got
from the Riv?
yeah,
Okay.
dope sound, bro.
Dope.
Really fire.
Gotta get them on here then.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
No,
cool.
you should. You should.
Yeah.
They're really good, bro. And so we got some songs. I've done a couple with them already. I think I want to say one that's out, two that's recorded. But I'm real tight with those guys.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a couple with them. But most of it is just gonna be me. All the beats for the end of the year produced by me.
Yeah.
On that like deluxe album idea, I might have a couple of beats that I buy, but everything that I'm releasing right now is gonna be 100% me.
Everything
Mixing,
you-
mastering,
yeah.
engineering, beats, recording.
That's
the whole
fire,
thing.
bro.
Yeah. Grandma's
That's
basement.
fire.
Not really. It's a garage because we're in
Yeah.
California, but
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
you know, we got out the basement. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
If you know this hip hop shit, you know they always say basement.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, same. We in the. I always say this: we in the garage till we not.
yeah. I tell people all the time, they're like, "How's that music thing going?" I'm like, "Bro, it's something. It's nothing until it's something."
You'll see the progress on the gram. Just all you can. And I tell people, when they're like, "How do you want me to support? How do I support? I like your stuff." I'm like, you don't have to like none of that. I don't give a fuck. Download the album when it drops. Pre-order it.
Yeah.
That's
Put
the
it on
shit.
playlist.
Buy a piece of merch.
Yeah.
You know, buy a show ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to help me grow, just purchase the album.
Yeah.
Buy the music. Even if like you're not gonna listen to it on Apple Music or something, you could buy it on iTunes and you forever have the fucking files. You could buy it on Amazon.
You don't even
You
have to listen to it, bro.
yeah, just download it. Just buy that shit. Give it a spin. Buy that shit. If not, even if you don't like hip hop, but you just fuck with me, just buy the album.
Yeah.
Cause like it doesn't take that much to like get up on those iTunes charts. Like I'm seeing Noah James do it. I believe it's like 50 pre-orders.
Yeah.
You're gonna be put into like
Somewhere,
the new
yeah.
releases on iTunes and shit, cause it's 50 people
Yeah.
on iTunes.
And shout out
It's
Noah
like
James.
triggering-
Shout out Brick to Your Face.
Shout out Brick to Your Face. Shout out Noah James.
Yep.
I gotta get Lisa Noah back up here soon. You know what I'm saying?
I've had a lot of opportunity with Noah, but never anything that like solidified. And I've talked to him in the DMs. Good dude. He's always
Noah's dope.
always willing to talk. Yeah. So I've known about like the Riverside scene.
Yeah.
To your face kind of deal for a good minute. There's some people out here that I've actually forgotten about, bro. That I actually don't even know their names anymore, but I know I'd see them. Like if I saw them, I know them. There's some good people out here, bro. Riverside,
Bro.
and then Moreno Valley, like they.
Bro, there's a lot of artists out here.
Yeah.
A lot. Even just in Mobile Riverside alone. There's 50 fucking rappers,
Yeah.
100 rappers that I can name right now at the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got the
It's-
Dino. You got
and the Dino's a whole
whole
Dino,
thing, bro.
Fontana, Rialto's a whole nother section of the inlet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you even got your small pockets with the Paris rappers, Revens rap, you know, Hemet rappers.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got people in
Montclair.
Rancho, Montclair,
Yeah.
like Pomona, even though Pomona's technically LA County.
Some parts of it. I think it's technically LA County. I feel like I just saw something on What's Up Riverside that actually listed Pomona in Riverside County.
Yes, I think they were Riverside County.
I think-
they want to. We'll call them LA County. They want to be called LA County so bad. I see it online all the.
Potholes.
Yeah, you know. Shout out to the P though.
I lived out there for, like I was saying, I was living with a girlfriend, lived out there for about 8 or 9 months, was living with Don Lux and my homie Feng Shui Jay. He's one of my best friends. I met him because, you ever heard of IE Chrome?
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of both. Those are both. I follow both.
Okay, I'm sure you do.
Yeah,
I'm sure you do.
yeah, I feel like both of those names are like, especially the IE Chrome, and you said, what
Don
was
Lux.
said-
Don Lux.
Don Lux?
Do you know who Laheni is?
All these names sound familiar.
No, again,
Every time you say a name, it's like I'm seeing their like fucking tag.
Like I was saying, like when I was like, how did I even meet you, bro? We all know each other. You know someone or someone. So
exactly.
But my boy Lahenny, he's out there in the Dino. I linked up with him on Instagram. I was literally just like looking for local artists. I was trying to make some money, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'll make some beats for you. I got a microphone. I'll bring my laptop to your house. We can record." Like I was just DMing anybody I could that would let me show up with a microphone just to like have a portfolio.
Yeah.
And so I hit up my boy Henny.
Smart.
We hung out for a little bit. Did a couple beats. Did a couple of songs that never came out. And then he told me about this dude that he knew from school, from high school. His name was Mohammed Musa.
Okay.
And he had a studio space for Don Lux. Don Lux was using the studio space. It was like a warehouse out in Montclair.
Word.
And they had, but basically his family owned it because they would do like, they would flip like pallets.
Okay.
Buy pallets of shit and then flip it.
Oh yeah.
So they used the warehouse for like just the pallets.
The storage, yeah.
And then, but the warehouse also came with an office space. So they turned that office space into like a
studio.
Yeah. And I showed up just because me and Henny were looking for a place to record. We just didn't want to be in the living room anymore. And he said, I got a buddy who's got a place. Like, it's quiet. No one shows up. So, like, we can turn it up, make some beats there and make some music. So I went over there just for that. Like, literally, I popped in, shook hands, didn't care who these people were. Didn't know that they were going to be my best friends. Did not care who they were. I was like, I just want a table and a chair and somewhere I can blast it.
Yeah.
And I recorded there about 2 or 3 times just on some vibe shit. And I remember coming up to Mo and I was like, hey buddy, like, what are you doing with this stuff? And he's like, I don't really know. And I was like, well, if you let me help you, bro, like we could turn this into a real studio, make some money out of this. And within like 2 weeks, homie had an LLC.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, like he just came up to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, this is an official business town. Do you wanna do what you said?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Let's go.
He got me a key for the space. We started running shows out of there. IE Chrome is really dope. We're a little dispersed right now, but at the time, bro, 2020, 2019-ish, it was like 8 or 9 heads. And we were doing music videos. We were doing shows. We were
going crazy.
So I met Soul Mob through that studio.
Okay. Oh, so they were just happened to be around.
They were looking for studio space, and they popped in. And Adam threw a couple shows at that studio.
Okay.
He had his Matrix show. I don't know if you were around for that. No. Everything was like Matrix. Like,
oh yeah.
Homeboy had like freaking the ones and zeros projected on the wall, bro. Like it was.
That's dope. Hard.
Yeah. So we did a lot of shit out there. My point being, I was living in Pomona at the time.
Yeah.
And P-Town is dope.
P-Town is dope. No,
very dope.
I performed out there at least 10 times, and it's always a vibe in Pomona.
They're good people out there, bro.
Yeah, I love it. And it's just like it looks. I feel like the what would be the word? The agriculture, the buildings,
structures
and
of everything.
Structures, the aesthetic of Pomona is very different than Riverside, downtown Riverside.
It is a little more reminiscent of LA as far
as like it. But even then, it's like the perfect mix between inland and LA. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's like because they're right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you on this side of Pomona, you might be inland, but if you're on that side, you might be LA County, technically. So.
And so like the studio was like borderline Pomona, Montclair.
Oh, okay.
So it was off of Indian Hill.
Okay.
So you get off the 60, off Indian Hill, or the 10 actually. You get off Indian Hill and you go up the street to the right if you're going west. But Pomona's dope, bro. Where I lived was right next to the racetrack.
Oh, okay.
Just like 5 minutes from it. And there was a liquor store right down the street. I didn't realize that I was there this often until the liquor store owner, who didn't speak a whole lot of English, he was like Korean or something. He was like, "All right, see you tomorrow." And I was like, "Really? Is that how often I come in here? You can see me tomorrow?"
All right, see you tomorrow. And you
did.
pulled up tomorrow. That's fucking funny. Thank you, bro. Yeah. Nah, for sure. That's funny. But it's the same thing. Same thing right here at the smoke shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See me every day. As soon as they see me, they walk into the what I'm finna get. You already know. Backwoods and grab a leaf, nigga. Where the grab a leaf at?
Oh, so I stopped rolling a long time ago. How did that law change affect your woods and shit?
They didn't really do anything.
Nah. Because you remember they were trying to get.
They
rid of
took
motherfucking
they
tobacco.
took the. They still sell them. They still
Yeah.
sell
Well,
the
the
cookies
smoke
and
shops do,
cream,
definitely.
loose leaf. Yeah, at a gas station and shit. Mainstream places will not sell like anything flavored.
Right.
You know, you could get grab leaves though.
Okay.
Now chevrons and shit like
Interesting.
A.M. Not every place though,
Right.
but some of them will have like grab leaves and shit like that. But realistically, like loose leaves and grabbers and shit like that, you just gotta go to your smoke shop if you want like the fucking cookies and cream or this flavor or that flavor. I'm not really big on the flavors.
I remember,
like the
bro.
natural.
I got excited
dark
for
leaf.
Dutch's.
Oh yeah,
Dutch's or the
I was
White
a
Owls.
bit-
White Owls. 'Cause
What
they're easy
the
to roll.
homie still smokes White Owls, and I don't smoke Swisher. I was on. I feel like Dutch's is right in the middle of like backwoods grab leaves and Swishers
Yeah.
White Owls,
Yeah.
right? And like wraps. So it's like you still get the leafy, but it rolls more like a Swisher.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's longer, skinnier.
That's the thing about White Owls is it's like that's like cement, bro. That shit is so stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why all my homies that were smoking fucking Dutches and shit, like, nah, I don't do backwoods. Everyone smokes backwoods.
Yeah.
Everyone smoking loose sleeves. And even my paper homies, I'm like, some of them, they converted. But then I've had homies that just went to papers. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
that's crazy. He's like, yeah, it don't hit the same because I'm just smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, well, at least I'm high. Like,
Right. And you know what? A lot of people don't know that they are. You don't need a blunt, bro. You need nicotine.
that's what, exactly.
Yeah.
You're getting like.
You over here like, bro, I got a headache. I need a blunt. And it's like, smoke this out of the bowl. It's like, no, I need a blunt. It's like,
Yeah.
you need a blunt, bro. You need a cigarette.
Yeah, you need to say you. Yeah, you're getting that. It's the literally just that nicotine, that hit, and that's why I've been on a thing the last week or so. The last couple weeks, it's just been lingering. Where I've been like, I was just telling homie like, damn, it's 2-3 o'clock. We ain't smoke it. Yeah. I'm like, I haven't like shot anybody and I'm still alive. Like, so how about I for sure? So now I tell myself, if I smoke my last blunt at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m., whenever, I give myself at least 12 hours. Like, so when I wake up, I'm trying not to just come out and go straight to a blunt and straight to the laptop and start working.
Yeah.
First thing I do is roll up, play some music videos, play what I recorded last night while I clean up in here and fire up, and I'm working.
Yeah.
But I could do all of that, get to work, accomplish at least a goal.
Yeah.
You know, kind of let me finish this edit and then,
Kind of give yourself a reward.
you know, instead of just abusing it so much, because, you know, we're artists. That's why you too, like, so you put down the vapes and shit too, right?
Yeah, so I've been on Zins for like 8 or 9 months. No, almost a year now. Probably a full year. I remember I was vaping too much. My anxiety was really high.
Yeah.
And nicotine's not good for anxiety. People think that it's good for, it's not.
It's literally making it worse.
Yeah. And also it would raise my heart rate.
Yeah.
So if I woke up with crazy anxiety, I'd go and hit my vape. Now I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah.
You know, my heart's going crazy.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. My mind's racing. So I just stayed away from the vape for a couple of weeks just to like
Reset.
yeah, and chill out a little bit. And the vapes were getting too expensive.
Yeah.
So I remember I heard about Zen, saw them online. Yeah, this is like 2022, 23. Again, I don't even, bro, like I said, since 2021, it's been one big long year. Since 2020, it's been a long year. But so I picked up I remember I didn't have enough money for a vape. That's what it was. These vapes are running you like 17, 25 bucks.
That's crazy.
For one disposable.
Yeah, that's
You have that for 4 or 5 days and you throw it away. That's 25 bucks in 5 days. So I was at the gas station. I didn't have money for vapes. I had already like smoked a couple packs of cigarettes the past couple weeks. So I was like, I'm not trying to hide the cigarettes from my family. I'm embarrassed when I go into work and I smell like cigarettes. I had someone ask me, he's like, bro, you smell that? And I was like, what? And he's like, someone here smells like cigarettes, bro. It's fucking gross. And I was like, that was me. And
Yeah.
he goes, oh, you smoke? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, my bad, bro. But just even that people have that mentality. You know, I try to stay away from it.
Yeah, this the smell too.
Yeah.
Like,
It is the
cause
smell.
I was a bro, man.
I love
Newport shorts, bro. What with a couple beers, bro? I would fire up like, and now it's like I couldn't even fathom smoking a cigarette. The smell. I used to love the casino. I love walking into a place and it just smelled with like lingering cigarette smell. I used to love it.
Really?
I used to be, you know, everywhere I go, if I hop in the car for longer than 20 minutes, I'm smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Even if I'm going down the street to get a cigarette, I was smoking a cigarette.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and once I quit, the vapes got popping 2019, 2020, where a lot of people were vaping.
Yeah.
And I started doing that during COVID. And that was worse than cigarettes because now I'm like, where's my fucking vape?
Yeah,
Where's
it's
my
all the
fucking
time,
vape?
too.
Where's my fucking all day? Just where's my fucking...
Because it doesn't matter where you do it.
And then it's like, damn, I'm smoking my vape in between smoking tree
Yeah.
all day. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, I've had smoke in my lungs longer than I haven't today.
It's longer than you've had air.
The longer than I had actual air.
Yeah.
But then you add that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, once I, like, quitting cigarettes, I stopped. I told myself, I'm not buying a pack no more. Fuck a pack of cigarettes. I'll get a single.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go get 2 or 3 singles. Now, then, like, once I got the vape, I stopped. But then I put the vape down 3 months. I saw a commercial. And they were showing, like,
Popcorn lung.
bro, all this crazy shit. And they're showing, like, the metal. Every inhale of a vape is metal and iron, showing all these medical going through your lungs. And it's like slicing it up. I said, oh, shit, that's crazy. And it just made me sick. And now the smell of a cigarette, like, don't get me wrong. If I'm, like, hammered, I just don't. I haven't had a cigarette in years.
Good.
I've had a cigarette. I don't think I'll ever, like, even when I'm drunk, I'm like, ugh. Cause I know if I hit one,
You know what stops me from hitting cigarettes when I'm out? So I do love a cigarette.
When you're faded outside or on a bar at a patio.
Even if I got nothing, like let's say I got no
drink,
I'm like, I'll smoke a cigarette. What stops me when I'm in public though is like I always think like, okay, I'm out of the house. My parents aren't gonna bitch about it, and I don't do anything to like hide from my parents because I don't want to get in trouble. They're not gonna get me. I'm 27 years old. I just don't want the conversation.
Yeah.
But like when I'm out with my boys and I'm like, they offer me a cigarette, my first thought is like, bitches, bro.
Yeah.
Girl smells that, bro. Now you got a whole like. First, it's like, okay, she might have a boyfriend. Now she has a boyfriend and you smell like cigarettes.
Yeah.
Now I got more comebacks to have to come up with.
Yeah, it's like, and then, I smoked a lot because I was outside a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the females I would be around would be smoking cigarettes, so it did it.
Right.
Once I changed my scenery and realized that, I'm like, oh, like, I could never be with a girl that smokes cigarettes.
People that smoke cigarettes are dirty, and it's not because they smoke cigarettes, it's because dirty people smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. It's just something about you firing up
It comes with it. It comes with it.
It's just like how you're not cute by having a cigarette in your head.
Now there is something about it. I definitely think like when people are like smoking doesn't make you cool, drugs don't make you cool. That's a lie. That shit's cool.
That shit is dope.
And whether that's media or culture,
yeah.
I mean like I remember pretty much every time I got a cigarette in my hand, I think to myself, I'm like, I do look pretty cool.
I look like a pretty badass.
Yeah. But I was vaping, so I couldn't afford a vape. And then I was buying packs of cigarettes because they were cheaper.
Yep.
And then I didn't want to keep that smell around me. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try the Zins. I buy one pack, $6, no problem. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Mm-hmm. And the first two I didn't really like.
So what is a Zin?
A Zin is it's like a pouch of like chew.
Okay.
But there's no tobacco. Mm. It's salt nicotine, just like what's in the vapes. Mm. And then some flavoring. Mm. It's literally whatever that pouch is. I don't know what it's made out of. Mm-hmm. It's non-carcinogenic, so it can't give you cancer. Mm. The only bad thing about it is there's an addictive substance, nicotine.
Nicotine in it.
It's like 98% nicotine, 2% flavoring, and the wrapper. Mm. And then the rest is.
So that's like the health. That's the healthy.
That's the best nicotine distribution.
Yeah, that you healthiest. And that keeps you from craving. Craving an actual cigarette. You feel satisfied.
I'll smoke a cigarette for fun.
Yeah.
I don't crave cigarettes. I don't even crave vapes. Like I had a moment where it was like the hand thing and the smoking thing I really wanted. And that'll probably get me to smoke joints sometimes or even want a cigarette is just to smoke something. But as far as like getting my fix, if I don't have Zins and my homie's got a vape, I'll hit his vape like 2 or 3 times. Before it would have been, I would.
Oh, damn, we're going back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna see it.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like if I don't have Zins and my buddy's got a vape, I'll hit it like 2 times, and it'll be like, all right, bro, I gotta get a pack of Zins.
Yeah. You don't smoke. You don't smoke tree no more.
A little bit. I just I have a very like shaky relationship with tree.
Yeah.
Very shaky. I was a big stoner for a long time, and then I took like a 8-9 month break. And then I came back to it, and it was just panic attacks every time I'd smoke it. Mm-hmm. Mad panic attacks. I mean, I could be like chilling, like having a good time. And before I know it, I'm like,
Yeah.
so I stopped doing it for a long time, and then I'd kind of like taste it here and there. That's what I call it. I taste it. So like, so if you lit something up, you're like, can I taste that? Because I really just want to.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, here, cool. Yeah.
But I've been going to the clinic recently because I've been trying to drink less. I got vices, bro.
Yeah. Oh, who you telling? Man?
Yeah.
Who you telling? I used to fucking party hard. I had to change the stigma of me and the homies. We were the homies that every time someone's trying to boo and rally and throw up, like we're filming it.
Yep.
Oh, can't hang with the big dogs.
Yep.
Can't hang with the big dogs. And so on Snapchat, we used to go up back in the day, bro. And you know, niggas, we doing powder. You know, trees.
I love powder. I do.
Man, it's so much fun. Now I fucking hate it. I hate it, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. If I'm in an outing and it's lit and we're having a gun and all my homies doing, we're going up, but I don't like to get obliterated like, anymore. And that's like once a year type shit. We gotta be doing something for me to do it, you know.
I tell people all the time, me and cocaine is like me and cigarettes. I'm not gonna go and buy a pack, but if I'm drinking and you have it, please give me some.
Yeah, yes, that's the best way to explain it. Like, I'm not gonna go pull out $60,
Right.
$80. I'm not doing that. I'm not living that life anymore. And because I used to traffic, so I had it. I had it, a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's right there, like whenever, like so. Getting out of that was like a thing because the money was so good. Plus, I'm working 2 jobs. Like, I'm like, damn, I'm getting bread out here. Yeah. But, you know, that it kept me away from music. But, yeah, and like I said, like, if the homies, if we all kicking it, like, and then it has to be after dark for me.
It has to be after dark?
It has to be after dark.
Why is that?
Because watching the sun come up and being fucked up during the day is the worst feeling I could ever experience again. I felt it so much. Yeah. It's 10 a.m. and I'm just coming in the house like fuck, everyone's at work doing something. And then I'm in the car driving back from wherever I was at the night before.
Oh, that drive.
And I'm like, you guys are going to work. Yeah. You guys have a whole just regular day
and then you just lie in your bed like this.
And yeah,
eyes open. Bro, I remember me and my homie hit me up. I was doing a lot of mushrooms back in like 2018 through 2020. And my homie hit me up. He was like, "Hey, bro, I got some mushrooms. Me, you, and my boy can hang out. We'll just like post up somewhere." And I was cool with it. So we took like about a gram each, something like that. And we had fun. Mushrooms died. We went on a little hike, whatever. Mushrooms died down, and I knew who I was with. So I was like, "Hey, bro, I know like I can't take more mushrooms right now. Like if I tried, it's not gonna get me anywhere." Yeah. You know? But I could go for some cocaine right now. So we did mushrooms, came down, went and bought some coke.
Went right back up.
Went right back up. I was doing lines until I threw up. And then when I threw up, I was done. And then I drove home, still coming down from the mushrooms. So I'm driving home, the road's going like this.
Yeah,
even though it's not. Bro, I remember. So, when you trip, you can't fall asleep. Yeah. When you do cocaine, you can't fall asleep. Yeah. You do both of them, bro. I'm in my bed like. It was horrible, bro. So I feel you. Like that after is not fun.
Oh, man, there was like a year and a half. There was like 2 years where I went to. My average bedtime was like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Yeah. Because I'm outside. Like, even when I'm like, I'm not going out today, I'm turning my phone off. Yo, Mcduff, I got 250 right now, bro. I'm with these bitches. They're at the S-bar, bro. It's like 8 bitches, bro. 3 of them, they're all trying to get their own grams, bro. And I'm like, damn, that's a quick $300, $250. Like, yeah. Am I not just for the go? And he got bitches too? Like all right, let me get him out of bed. It's 1 o'clock though. I'll get in there at last call, grab me a couple shots, a couple drinks, and then wherever the after party's at, I'm the main attraction. Yeah. Everywhere. So it's easy to get, sucked into all that shit. But then again, I always say this because now it's like, I'm straight. Like, if Lil Wayne was busting down, like, in front of me, I have the power in me now to be like, nah. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna bust down with Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in the studio with Kanye, he wants to do a fucking bump. I'm doing a bump with Kanye. Like I don't care what time of day it is. Like fuck it. It's like I'm not gonna
Sunday service.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna tell Snoop or Wiz Khalifa no to a blunt.
Right.
Like fucking like what? Like I'm with that for the story, the experience.
My no is gonna be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, but now it's like you think about it. You put, and I'm sure it's the same for you. Like where I was at 7, 8, 9 years ago, you give me 10 million followers and a record deal, I'm probably gonna be dead.
Yeah.
Like, cause it took all those years to see what the effects of everything and how I was living was really happening. It took people dying.
Yeah.
It took me to grow up and be like, you're a menace to your society and your community, you fucking dipshit. Like, you're destroying these people's lives.
Yeah.
Even that they just gotta go down the street to the next nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
but it doesn't have to be you.
It doesn't have to be me, and I'm cool with that. Like, once you have people like, hey, bro, I just come on, coming to me, trying to ask for a front at 4 a.m., like, pulling on me, like, bro, just give me a fucking bump, bro, come on, bro. Like, and it's like that. I'm looking at my homeboy, like, spazzing out on me, like, nah, bro. I had to tell him, bro. I'm like, you can fight me right now. You can sock me. But I'm like, but I'm never gonna serve you when you're like this. Yeah. I'm off this, fool. Yeah. I'm like, after it happened 4 or 5 different times with different people, like, I'm like, I'm off this. Yeah. I'm off this. Because I know the person you was before this. Even though you're going to drive and go get it anyways, you're not getting it from me. Right. I'm
at Mr. Yace. That's MrYace, Ace with a Y. Mr. Yace on Instagram. I don't do Twitter because there's too much porn on there, and I do not need to be watching more porn. Yeah. Snapchat, if you want. I don't know. I'll probably just send you a nude. Yeah, just Instagram, bro. And then Spotify's, Apple Music. Just look up Yace, Yace. New song just came out, PM, AM. End of this month. In about 5 days, we're gonna get probably Fanta. Honestly, now that yeah.
That's what I'll talk about. Until next time, everybody. Peace and love. We out of this motherfucker.